and welcome back to The Beer, The Buy, and The Beautiful. How's everyone doing today besides talkative?
I mean,
Now nothing. See? We talk the whole intro, but then when I stop to let you talk, you don't say anything.
put me on the spot, man.
Fucking Amber.
Yeah. Why didn't you tell me, Jason?
Wow.
There we go already. All right. Well, let's just get off.
I don't know you. That's my purse.
Let's get off of that one.
I'm excited.
I see him. I'm gonna smack it by the end of the show.
So what is that thing again?
It is the BD-1
It's a gay.
from Jedi Fallen Order.
So I think we mentioned the Legos before. This is another addition to the collection over here.
Make a fine addition to my collection.
So yeah, Colin's here again.
I was about to say something.
Nope.
Did we get another special guest today?
Where?
Here.
So I'm gonna tell you a little story.
About a man named...
Okay.
My special guest was Jacob.
I knew it!
All right. So I had a test.
Uh-huh.
So last week he couldn't come. His grandma was in town.
Okay.
Okay.
I am speechless.
Shout out to Jason's grandma.
What?
Aunt Joe.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
back to the story, because I need to know how this man was invited to this
Because I
podcast.
figured it'd be fucking funny.
It would be funny, but
I mean,
you
Amber came.
swore
I'd rather have. I don't even know. Just.
you swore that person would never be on this
But-
podcast.
I invited him like a month ago, and it was going to be last week, and he couldn't come because relatives in town. And then today, I didn't say anything about it. I just because you know him, he's going to say something.
Oh, 1,000
Oh, yeah.
times. Yeah.
You want me to come? You guys speak it? Nothing. Not once. And we sat out on
Break.
on last break,
Huh.
but we were the only two out there. Nothing.
Wow.
Well,
So,
Jacob, you had your chance.
I think he got scared,
I don't.
or his wife didn't allow him.
I think that was the.
We're gonna go with that, yeah.
It was like, where are you going?
You're doing what?
You're gonna have your phone off for an hour and a half? I don't think so.
What if the baby poops?
What if the baby farts?
No, see what happened is she told him that she wasn't linking the tape no more if he came to the podcast.
Oh shit!
No more taint licking if
Yeah.
you don't come to the podcast.
That's why Jason quit for a while because he wasn't getting the purple if he came.
Wow.
The Purple. Is that the name
That's
of
the
it?
name of it.
The
Wow.
Purple.
D.A. purple, actually. Double.
Purple.
Right.
The Purple.
The perp. There we go. Oh, we're just getting black now.
No, we're not.
I'm already.
You
We don't know.
You can
know me.
Half of you can be, but the rest of us are not
I
getting
am
black.
not. That's not going to be my catchphrase.
I love it. It's so funny.
You shut up.
Gotta love it.
I love it.
Come on, man. What are we doing?
We're doing this again, this bit.
Well,
Okay.
it never ends. It bit just keeps going.
This is the bit that never ends. No, I don't want to do it.
Now we're just doing other
That
people's
was weird.
bits.
We sound. It's gonna. You gotta make. Okay.
Yeah.
You gotta go back in there and just make that a fucking full on like song.
Okay.
I'm gonna write a rap about it so you guys can say it online.
What?
I'm gonna write a rap on that.
I'm not.
Write a rap. And not.
And you guys have got to sing it.
It's gotta be.
But you can't sing a rap.
He can't.
Sure, you can.
I can't even say a rap.
Can't even read it.
I don't even know what's going on. It's like what rhymes?
I like
Beats.
how you got to the first one and then you just started laughing. Like you didn't even start.
It's like this stupid.
Well, I think the next one, because there will be another one.
Will there?
Oh, there will
Of
be.
course, there will
Veto.
be. No,
Yep.
the next one you guys will get ahead of time. You'll have a little bit of practice, so and you might be able to catch your own beat with it, and then kind of go with it from there. But
Catch your own beat.
catch me outside, and I'll show you the beat.
I need you to
Straight
stop
fire.
talking. Both of you.
Straight fire.
Fire.
Straight fire. Fire.
It's so lit.
His butthole's on fire.
Balls so lit on fire.
All right, so what are we doing?
That's how 15
Where are we
happened.
going?
No. Denied. I quit. I'm leaving.
Manual edit.
Ready?
Fuck.
No leaving yet. So
Like 6
welcome to the
minutes.
podcast where everything is
Not
made
even.
up and nothing really matters. I has been brought to my attention.
Your husband brought to your attention?
Yes.
Wow,
We've
okay.
we've interrupted everything you've said so far.
I know.
That's how it normally
So don't
goes.
What the hell's happening?
It's been brought to my attention that we don't ask, we don't pander enough to our fans out there.
Hey, for those in the South, that pander is not the bear, okay?
Yeah.
Well, it could be.
We're polar.
Ain't like George,
Or
ain't black and
polar.
white.
We don't pander to our
Shout out to Michael
listeners,
Jackson.
but we do need you to click on the subscribe buttons. Yes,
There's
George
only one
being a little baby
buttons.
about it.
No, on any platform that you're on. If you
Button.
want to hear
Shut up,
us
Amber.
more, click on the subscribe buttons.
There's only
Because
one.
There's on different platforms. There's different.
Oh, which
subscribe
ones?
buttons. Any of them.
Name 'em.
All of them.
Which ones?
100,000.
No, I need a
Like,
list.
subscribe buttons. Name every
We're
subscribe.
just
Jason,
gonna have
what
a
are they?
whole show of list of what we're on.
Ways you can listen to us and what to
See,
press when
you
you're
got
listening.
Spotify, you got Captivate, you got Apple, you got Google, you've got Amazon, you've got
YouTube.
YouTube, you got. What
Are you on
else?
SoundCloud?
Yes.
We don't have
Maybe,
face
maybe, I don't know.
tattoos.
Should I look?
I want
Yes,
one.
go and look. Actually,
Hey.
maybe not. I don't know.
Hey, so
Okay.
and another little caveat here, if
Wait, what does that mean for the
yeah, it
southern
is
folks?
little-
Not, that ain't no fish eggs neither.
okay, all right, another little fish egg here. If you want to listen to the band episode and you're not black, it's on Spotify.
Oh, it is on
Yeah.
Spotify.
It's called Everything's Racist.
Wow. Yeah, that's an
Captivate
episode.
was nice to it. YouTube was not. YouTube did not like that episode.
Captivate's like, fuck it.
We don't care.
We're from the UK, but free speech, woo. Say all you want.
No,
What?
don't say
I didn't.
it ever.
No, you just can't say it.
I'm that's the only
Because I'm black, bitch.
you keep saying
I don't
that.
see it.
Okay, I'll get us on that.
All right, so this is what we're talking about today.
If you get us on there, we got to get face tats.
I don't know if that'll
I
bring
would
anything
totally
now.
get a fake face tat. and
Yes.
put live
Henna?
on
For the fucking
Yes.
for the video.
Yes.
And then we're on SoundCloud, bitch. Woo woo woo.
I want a tramp stamp face
I just had a stroke. I
tattoo
think.
You-
So across the fucking forehead.
into my nose, like a
Like what
V.
they used to like pay people
Like a
in Vegas
butterfly?
to do.
I feel like that's
A
Amber's.
metal band.
I feel like
unibrow.
no. I feel like that's Amber's next step. Like that's the
Face
next.
tattoo.
Yeah, with like full on, like full forehead, maybe on an eye or a nose, like because you
and
know
a grill.
The no.
Big,
No.
big old teeth.
Diamonds,
She had him
diamonds.
shaved down to be like a fake bitchy vampire.
Well, thanks to everyone that
Wow.
listened to that episode. There was a lot of attention on that episode because it was a milestone to have her
Because
here.
the people who have listened to a lot of them were like, "Holy shit,
That's what you're talking about.
she's there!"
Yeah.
And then they
Yeah,
realized
good.
why we make fun of her so much because
Clueless.
she's like,
Don't mean to be too mean.
"Do it."
He's been worse.
Okay,
He's
it's not
over it.
clueless. She's dumb as fuck.
Okay, then I will say something mean. She looked like Sid from Toy Story when I saw her.
Ow! Ow! God! I've had to talk to her in the past few days because training with someone else, and oh, I'm gonna start calling her Sid.
It's accurate, isn't it?
Yes.
It's weirdly accurate.
I don't know.
I didn't really see her like up close.
So
but I saw
funny
her
enough,
from, like,
she
far away.
can actually do the voice pretty well.
Ow! Nailed it!
yes.
Yes.
You're welcome here anytime, sir.
But isn't that her normal voice?
Wow.
She's
See what
like,
you created.
Sorry.
like, she's like a magnifying glass, fucking melting fucking soldiers on Jason's butthole.
Why are they in his bottle?
I don't know. Seems like some kinky shit they'd do.
Why are there toy soldiers in your butthole?
I have no clue.
That's
With Eminem
That's
playing
a-
in the background.
terrible image.
Toy soldiers?
Yes.
Melted green wax all over your butt, plastic all over your butthole.
Blood
I
hole?
melt toys with my beak.
Blood hole.
Yeah, it would be then.
Oh god,
What the
that's
fuck are we talking about today?
terrible.
Yeah, what are we doing?
All right. So we haven't done this in a while. This is our third addition to our podcast, the bracket system.
Has this guy been here every time? No, one was the
He did porn
debate.
parodies with us, and he
So,
did debate. with us.
so that was a bracket,
Yep.
and then debate. Okay.
Yeah. So
I did one before that, where I told my grass story.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you
It
should have
still
heard
gets
the.
brought up apparently.
Yeah, you should have heard
You
the
guys
story
were-
he told us.
You guys were flaming me on the Amber one, and I had I couldn't even be there to defend
Oh, was
myself.
that at the
That was on the Amber one.
Okay. Yeah. I'll put on a blindfold, bro. Don't worry. That I remember, okay?
That story. There's a list.
This is beat off. I put on the blindfold.
There's a list that goes around of stuff you should never share with somebody.
All the
That is
entries
on the list.
Especially after that someone starts a podcast with his friends.
Should I tell how the actual story went?
Yeah, I mean, sure. If you don't
So-
want to do this right now.
It was the funniest thing, right?
Shout out to Amber.
So she was
It was Amber. It was Amber.
Wow.
Okay, go.
no. So
I mean-
she was a heavy bottom. Like she could not be a top if she wanted to be.
Me?
She could not be dominant. Yeah, she couldn't be dominant.
Man, Jason.
But at night she wanted to try being dominant. But she wouldn't do anything. Right? So she's like, take your shirt off. And she takes my shirt off, and then nothing happened after that. It was so awkward I couldn't help but just laugh at it.
Pow, pow, pow.
Yeah.
Bitch, touch my dick.
But put the blindfold on first.
But
Just put the blindfold on, I'll touch my dick. Take your shirt off.
That's the part I didn't understand.
So-
Tell the story so people
Okay.
understand what this is.
I mean, I wouldn't want to see his dick either.
you've touched my dick
No, just the
and
balls. No, you're just like your dad. You're all balls.
Yeah.
That was awkward.
Runs in the family.
But I can't
Salinos
remember.
that got the big spicy meatballs.
Well, medallion.
Spicy medallion
I have
meatballs.
jumbo medallion onions. And I can't remember how that transferred into both of us in the bathroom, her in just panties with a blindfold on, and I'm jacking it, right?
Where's the grass? Where's the grass?
This was before the grass.
This is before.
Well,
This was kissing.
Pre-grass.
There's a lawn care candle in the corner.
It's just fucking long grass clipping kettle.
There's a bowl of potpourri on the back of the toilet.
She's eating it.
And then afterwards, I'm like, how did I get here?
Yeah, we've all been.
Yeah.
We've all been to that point.
Well, Jason probably had
what the hell?
a good night where he said that too. But
Yeah, wait, whoa. I have not an idea. A question.
okay.
Okay.
I
So-
don't want to know what idea you came
When all the 15 happened,
Okay.
did you pay for the room? No. Okay, who did?
He took donations.
They just all pitched in a little bit.
It's like $3.
Yeah, just
$3 piece.
just throw some in the hat.
$3 entry tattoo above your beehole.
One guy walks in like, I got some toy soldiers. But it wasn't a guy, it was Amber.
Okay.
All right, what are we doing? I think I said that
Bracket
14
some
times.
kind.
Third
Bracket.
edition of the bracket system, and it is the top 15 Sega Genesis games versus the top 15 PlayStation games of all time.
Wait, but which PlayStation? We're going with the original?
PlayStation 1, PS1.
Okay.
Because that's what I was told that.
I just said
I
PlayStation.
say
I
you
just
said
messed
PlayStation.
up.
You say which?
Well, I
which
said PlayStation.
All right,
1.
Do you
Fair
play
enough.
any newer games?
Not nowadays.
What's the newest game you played then?
Fucking Nuclear Throne.
Taco Bell.
Try
You
again.
never played that? So,
What about Armored Core? Did you play Armored Core? No?
Oh, no. I drink too much to be playing too many games with stories.
it's hard to follow after a while.
Armored Core is getting a reboot.
Really?
Yeah, it's coming out this month.
Nice.
And
Hey.
people are really excited about it.
Nuclear Throne was free. And it's actually pretty fun. It's fucking incredibly difficult, though. It's
I mean,
like
they beat Dark Souls.
It's like, yeah, it's probably harder than that.
Beat Elden Ring.
Be harder. It's like my
Keep
dick
saying
hard.
it.
Thank you.
Harder.
Harder. That's what he was saying too.
Okay.
Hey, what are we doing? I'm leaving.
No. Well, started.
Well, hurry up.
You keep interrupting me.
Who?
So
Disruptor.
Is there an owl in here?
I've got some facts about the Sega. You guys want to hear some facts about it before we get started?
Which one?
The Sega Genesis console.
Okay.
So the first fact is In the 1980s, Sega Enterprise was one of the leading global arcade game manufacturers. So a lot of arcade boxes and arcades around the country had a lot of Sega games in it. They were very profitable. However, this would not last. In the mid-1980s, the arcade industry began to experience a drastic decline. Sega began to look at other avenues to maintain its profit margins, so in 1983, the company made the decision to enter the home console market, an industry that was still in its infancy at the time.
Just Nintendo and Atari, right?
So Atari,
I'm bored.
Nintendo, and
ColecoVision.
Sega Genesis. Coleco was
you call
before
me?
Atari.
Coleco?
Coleco.
Klinko.
I had a Coleco.
You
It
were
was
still in your dad's nuts.
designed.
That was the greatest load my dad ever shot.
I don't know, I'm kind of partial to Travis.
Then why were you
And Travis is the distant second best load my dad ever shot.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry.
The Sega consoles were designed by automobile makers.
Shout out to Barry for taking all those loads.
Okay.
You're like a washing machine.
Just gonna keep on.
Keep on
doing it.
keeping on,
Okay,
bruh.
that's fun facts. Who gives a
Keep
shit?
on fishing.
Now, what are the facts?
I've abandoned the facts. Fuck the facts.
Yes! I mean, oh.
That's what Amber said, too.
All right. So I need someone to write stuff down.
Okay.
You're the writer down guy.
Writer down guy.
Ah,
Oh,
We have the
God.
disruptor,
Oh, God.
the host, the looker up
and the
guy, and
whiteboard beater offer.
I'm the grass beater.
Do we
offer.
have the thing?
I don't know. You have the thingy last.
And the blindfolded girl beater offer.
I wasn't beating her.
Off.
I could have.
Talking about it.
I know, she was blindfolded.
She was a masochist.
Right, but she was blindfolded, too.
How
You
can you
pop
be
her
a
in the mouth.
masochist and also asexual? How does that happen? That doesn't make any sense to me.
No, like, because how do you know that you're a masochist if, like, you don't really want sex?
My point exactly.
I really want
Hang on.
sex.
But, I mean,
I don't believe
What?
asexuals exist, okay?
I agree with you.
Just like men can't get pregnant, okay?
What? We can't.
I think we could talk for an hour of just about how much we hate the current thing that's going on right now. That we won't get into.
Oh, speaking of, rest in peace, Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah, I heard about
Died
that.
of a stroke.
I think we had this conversation the other day,
Died
but
of a stroke. Yeah.
but you guys realize he got in trouble for being in an adult theater because he was on a kids' TV show, neither of which intermingled with each other, right? He was just beating off in a fucking porn theater
Yeah.
and also had a kids' TV show.
Yeah.
But now we're fucking beating off in front of kids
We are.
with fucking drag queens and shit, and it's okay?
no.
That's all. Yeah, exactly. But he got crucified for beating off in a porn theater.
So did you.
Goddamn stupid.
Biggers?
Yes. God. I hate people, man.
Oh, man.
Except-
Preach.
Except for
Travis, apparently.
Dan Aaron. Yeah, Travis.
I have a big whiteboard and I don't know why.
Travis has
You're
a
about to
special
write
place
stuff
in my
down.
heart.
Those
Man.
can't deny.
He was like a little stoner me when I was
When a girl walks in with a blindfold in her face, she gets sprung.
just wearing
Front
panties.
lawn.
Oh gosh.
Manual edit?
Nope. we
Alright,
quit
trying to
doing
say-
All
that.
right, so here's what we're gonna do
I
with
think
the
we turned-
bracket
I think
that
we
we're
turned
trying
it-
to do right now.
Spanish at one point, didn't we? Manuel. Benito.
Balls.
What? Manuel Balls.
Balls.
Damn.
That's just him sitting down.
Wait, don't lie. Here.
Hold on.
No.
Dude, don't draw dicks on the whiteboard.
Oh, God. No, it's wrong. Hang on.
No.
Let's see.
Yeah, you gotta add hair to the balls.
Oh, God, this is great content for our
And then,
podcast.
No.
and then,
Do we have extra skin on there too somewhere?
can I take a picture of this and you put it in the video?
No.
Probably not.
Just me like, why not? It's not
Merry birthday.
real life.
She'll let me edit this one. I'll put it in there.
That's way too short.
Not 14.
Here. Oh.
It's our
Oh,
balls.
yeah. Oh.
It's my balls and his dick.
You need to put a blindfold on and touch it.
Okay, there.
Hold
We
on.
have proof.
Oh my gosh.
Give it a blindfold.
Okay, and I'll erase all that and write this shit down.
Yeah, write this, you stupid bitch.
and some
Stop
grass.
drawing on my whiteboard dicks and grass.
Hey, I could use this whiteboard. This is a better size.
And vagina. This is
Welcome
where
back to the podcast,
you
everybody.
put this here.
Looks like Florida.
It does.
You look like you're from Florida.
You do.
Is that
What does
too
that mean?
Just use your hands.
You look like a Florida man.
Floridian?
Just use your hands.
What is happening?
Use your hands and stroke that.
I
thing off.
may have disrupted this one a little bit.
Are you sure they're your kids?
Welcome to Colin's last.
I feel like they're.
podcast.
I feel like they're
Well,
all
that's-
my kids.
Yeah, they are.
Shout out to Barry.
See, there's like less anger, but I have a feeling that this is like what it would be if the other guests had showed up.
Oh yeah.
There's more shouting and anger in
I think
this.
you'd be quiet, honestly. I don't think you would say much.
I'm not gonna mention it at all and just see if he ever brings it up again. I
Dude,
guarantee
I
you.
am down.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
just
you know,
get
yeah.
it out there to do it.
But it was gonna be amazing because it's gonna be like 15 minutes in and it's gonna knock on the door.
Oh, that'd have been so good.
And y'all are gonna be like, oh God. But like I said, he didn't mention it, so I assume he got told no by his mom or his wife, one of the two.
So I'm
Yeah.
doing what?
Or his grandma.
15?
God.
Are we ready?
What?
This bracket.
I don't know,
I
man.
have prepared. I
You
left
brought a
work
guest and it's
early
all
today.
fun and different.
I left work early today to
That's what he
start this
said.
bracket.
You brought 14 guests. It's fun and different.
All right.
I'm from Florida. Look at me.
Beehole. Huh? What are we doing? What's happening?
I don't know anymore.
Army
Let's-
men?
Let's just not
Goddamn
do this.
sis.
you got.
Can I draw that one?
You brought.
No.
See, you brought the disruptor.
Yeah. It was
I'm
his
having
idea to
fun.
bring him too. By the way, I was not.
This
for
is
it.
like. Oh, happy belated birthday, by the way.
Thank you.
didn't
I don't
get
know
you
what that
anything.
means. Explain it for the southern
It means
people.
later.
Okay.
I'm late, so I'm telling you now.
You're late. Oh God.
Wait.
You pregnant?
No.
He's got a little army man in there.
It's gonna give birth
You're
to
gonna have a green
man.
baby boy.
Old Sid Jr.
Wow.
Okay.
Old-
Top 15 Sega Genesis games.
Yeah.
Did you get that?
Yep.
Versus.
All you guys have to do
Yeah.
is I'm going to give you the names of 2 games. You tell me which one's the best one of those 2 games.
Okay.
And you can play 2. You've played some of these Genesis games. You just write on board. Not right now.
He went caveman. You right on board.
So,
So we're just doing the Genesis games first.
Genesis games first.
Yeah.
We'll get the best one. We'll put that on the board.
Okay.
I'm writing all of them down.
No, not all of them.
This is so
just the
complicated.
ones who win.
Just
Okay.
the winners.
So, between number 15, Vector Man.
His name was Trent. I don't know.
Vector Man versus Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine.
I don't think you've heard of either of those, have you?
Yeah.
Well, Jason said he's an expert in Sega Genesis
I was a huge
games.
Sonic fan. That was the Genesis. That was my first console. So
Yeah,
like,
just go ahead and end it.
So
and
you're
put Sonic.
old.
Oh, wait, there's more.
so yeah, Dr. Robotnik.
Yeah,
What's the fucking name again?
Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine.
it was like Tetris but with beans.
Bro.
Yeah.
I thought that was Dr. Mario.
No, that was Pills.
Yeah, those pills. It was essentially the exact same
Yeah.
concept. Just
Except one was Dr.
and you
Robotnik,
had all the little like robots from the fucking
Oh,
planes
yeah,
and shit.
and one was on Nintendo.
Yeah.
Okay. So, 13 and 12. This is going to be a toughie for me, because personally, this one on this list is my favorite Sega Genesis game.
Okay.
NHL 94. Not that one.
Oh,
Just let it
Versus-
go.
I don't know.
Just let it
don't
go.
worry about it.
Versus.
Mortal Kombat 2.
Yeah.
Ooh, that one. Yeah, Mortal Kombat 2.
Wow.
94
What
is
number was
fun
that
though.
one?
94 is the best one.
Yeah.
That one was ported over to the computer. I remember we used to have it in school. That's all we ever did in school was play Doom and NHL 94.
When he says school, he means fucking his third college step.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
His
My
third term at
school.
Oxford.
That's a dictionary.
A watenary?
How dare you?
A bigger nary.
No.
Ah,
Oh.
bigger.
All right.
You gotta say it.
Bigger.
Yes.
Whoa.
Trump's back. Whoa. Why? Whoa.
I didn't like any of that.
This is terrible.
This is
All
so
right.
much fun.
Number 11.
I'm at the writing.
Contra Hard
Correct.
Corpse
Okay.
or Toe Jam and Earl.
The Toe Jam and Earl.
Toe Jam and Earl, yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
Toe
just
Jam
just
and Earl.
you know, I'm a little biased here, but you know,
It's okay.
my
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hey, did you happen to get your safe back up? Did you try? You were home.
I didn't try.
Seems unsafe.
I was on the last fucking boss of Zelda, A Link to the Past, and my shit started blinking, and then I took it out, like, because it froze a few times. Took it out, blowed it out, put it back in, and all the saves were gone.
Jeez.
So I'm hoping I go home and it's not like that anymore.
Fixes itself.
I know
Fingers
better.
Yeah.
Probably not.
I mean,
All
it's
right.
a fucking watch battery. It's probably gone.
Number 9, Streets of Rage 2
Well, now I'm sad.
Aww.
versus Castlevania Bloodlines.
Castlevania.
Streets of Rage.
Seriously?
Yes.
Well, this is his list, so you get to do your
Fuck you! I just chose. You don't tell me.
It was fun, but I like Castlevania better.
Okay.
You're
It's a better game.
faggot.
Of course.
Number 7,
I
Beyond.
know this.
Manual edit. You can't say that one
Oh,
anymore.
yeah,
Can
yeah.
I
Hey,
say it?
man.
You can say that.
Fuck them trannies.
You can say that one.
Number 7, Beyond Oasis
I don't even know what that is.
versus Shinobi 3, Return of the Ninja Master.
Shinobi 3.
So
Of course, it's the longer one. That's what she said. Just put Shinobi 3.
Shinobi. I don't know how to spell it.
So, I'm gonna pull up my Waterhead.
Oh,
if I can read it,
That's
I don't wanna
hey,
see it.
That's how I spelled it.
So, funny
Sounds
enough, so
right.
Sonic actually didn't come out until 3 years after the Genesis
Genesis,
release. So, Shinobi 1 was actually one of the first like combined releases
That made
with
me
the
wanna
Genesis.
I
leave.
don't know.
Right
It's like
now.
launch title.
it's Tuesday.
You were gonna
isn't it?
invite him, so
It was a launch title with the
Yes.
Genesis?
Oh.
Well, it didn't consider it one of the best games. This is just the
Calm
top
down,
15 best
motherfucker.
games. All right, number 5, Sonic the Hedgehog 2
or
versus Monster World
2.
Sonic 2.
IV.
Sonic 2.
All right, Sonic
That's
2.
what is did. That's
it
literally
five?
I
what
was gonna
this
say
is.
that's literally your background.
Number
Like,
5, yeah.
like that. Sonic 2 and a Sega Genesis right there. Bam.
Bam, he says.
I like your earring.
Thank you. I have tools, and I've had them
I
since
didn't know if
I've been
both
on this
was
podcast.
period.
Hey, next one's
Both
Number
was
3,
peers.
Gunstar Heroes
Had a
We're
stroke.
not even a part of this anymore.
versus Phantasy Star IV. Just 4, right?
That game is expensive.
Phantasy Star 4 or Gunstar Heroes?
Two
Fantasy
games.
Star.
Phantasy Star
Really?
4.
Two.
All right. Yeah. All right. So I'm not going to
It's like
reveal
an
number
RPG.
1 yet because I want to
Oh,
get
no.
through
I
this
have
list
Phantasy
and
Star
pick
2
the
New
best
Genesis
one
on
of this
mine.
one
Easy.
and put it up against number 1 and see if it still carries forward.
Okay.
So let's go
Wait,
with
what?
2 and
It's
14.
uneven.
Fantasy Star 2 versus Dr. Robotnik.
Mean Machine.
You just don't research it.
Oh, really?
You could.
I could.
I'll go with Fantasy Star 2.
Racing Dr. Robotnik.
Hey, just
It was fun, but it was just a puzzle in the game.
it's not my list, but I liked Sonic 3 better than fucking Sonic 2.
That too.
Especially
Have you-
and with Sonic and Knuckles.
Yeah, you do the whole have the flip top. You can do the
Yep.
expansion pack. Yeah.
Phantasy Star 2 New Genesis is a game on Steam. It's free
Really?
to play.
Nice.
Nice.
We don't all have fucking computers,
Sonic
man.
2 versus Mortal Kombat.
We're old and we have that
Ooh.
kind.
I don't even have this.
Mine's a touchscreen.
That's a good matchup.
It is.
Wait, ooh. How do you
Mortal Kombat
what?
2 and Sonic 2.
How'd you fuck?
How? Fuck.
Because we did this one and that one, and now we're on this one and this one.
We're just doing it by.
Bye.
Bye.
Reverse C.
Bye.
That's tough.
Which one?
Phew.
Sonic 2 or Mortal Kombat?
I'm not gonna influence it. I'll tell you after. Tell you
I like
mine
it.
These
after.
are like your final two here. I like those two.
Yeah. They really
I
are.
haven't given number 1 out yet.
I'm gonna
So
go
we're gonna put number
with.
1 up against the one he
Oh,
picked.
it's Sonic 3.
I'm gonna go with Mortal Kombat 2 just because our conversation about Sonic. Sonic 2, it's good, but it's still not my favorite Sonic. So
Alright.
I think Mortal Kombat beats it.
So I would have went Sonic 2 because of replay value. Like Mortal Kombat is okay, but it's just
But
after
if you get together with your friends and you play a tournament of Mortal Kombat
yeah,
2?
fuck y'all. Watch me play Sonic 2, motherfucker. Or
Go
was
on.
was it Sonic 2 or it's probably Sonic 3 before you could play as Tails, huh?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I think
But
it's
Sonic
like your
2, Sonic 2 has where you can race each other.
buddy. Yeah.
Like what, fucking Kirby? Gourmet Race or whatever.
All right,
Yeah, it's through the levels,
Shinobi
yeah.
3, Castlevania Bloodlines.
Castlevania.
All right, Shinobi, you gone, baby.
Gone, baby, gone.
All right, so
right.
Toe Jam gets the bye, and it's now against.
They got Jason.
I know what I said. Phantasy Star 2 versus Toe Jam. Earl.
Fantasy Star.
All right,
I actually knew that.
Castlevania versus Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
Okay, so now we got Fantasy Stars 2 versus Mortal Kombat 2 for
Mortal
second
Kombat.
place so far. Mortal Kombat
Yeah.
2. That's
You should
your
check out
list.
Fantasy Star 2 New Genesis, by the way.
So this is to determine.
God damn, are they a sponsor?
No.
You mentioned them 40 times in
just
3
fun.
He
minutes.
loves them.
Like, share, and subscribe.
I just like the older games that have been remade to play on newer
Yeah,
consoles
yeah,
with better
yeah.
like controls and all that stuff. So
So number 1
You'll
versus
never know
Mortal
the struggle.
Kombat 2,
I
Just
do.
kidding.
I like playing the older
Sonic
games. They're fun.
3, and Knuckles. So who wins?
That wins hands
Sonic
down.
3 wins.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about
Yeah,
writing
Sonic 3
anything
and
else.
Knuckles. That's the top.
All right, so the best Genesis game of all time is a giant dick.
Apparently.
What'd you call me?
Sonic
That was
3
my nickname in high school.
Sonic is a
or
giant
Sonic 3
dick.
and Knuckles. Which one? All right.
You already said it.
So on to the PlayStation version of this game.
It's my turn.
Yeah.
It is
Yes.
now your turn.
I
That's
distorted.
Sonic
like
3 down
Kazoo.
here
Yeah,
somewhere.
I distorted myself
You did, yeah.
and said it quieter.
I'm surprised that
Did that
Lion
before I
King
came
game wasn't
over
on
here.
there. Wasn't on
Fuck
your list.
that game. I have that
That's
game.
hard as
It's like one of the
fuck.
hardest games ever created.
I have that one. Yeah,
Did you
game?
ever play it?
Lion King. Yeah.
Did you beat it?
No, I haven't beat it. It's at the house though. Like,
Funny enough, actually, you can get it on the
Is it the
PlayStation
bootleg
store.
one where when
Because
you
I got
die?
it with Aladdin.
Really?
Yeah.
I also have Aladdin, but I got it for the Super Nintendo.
So we watched Taz play it.
Is it the
They
bootleg
turned me on
one
to
where when you
Taz.
die as Simba, he's like holding
It's-
a rope, or is he the one where he hangs himself?
That's not.
Nope.
You not seen this?
There's a
Nope.
video of that, yeah. So Taz is
I'm gonna look
the
it up
bot
now.
that plays games and it knows like all the commands and where you should
TAS,
jump and all that
you
stuff.
have no idea what you're talking about. TAS is where they play through a game frame by frame and put button inputs at each frame.
all the
Okay.
buttons.
So it plays the game perfectly.
So it's not a robot.
It is. It's just a code that runs.
So he said that.
Except for
So anyway,
Leave
yeah.
your dad alone.
he's dumb as shit.
I know.
Anywho, colors.
I've
So
been-
it plays it and like beats the game in record time. It knows all the frame rates of everything, the hitboxes for everything.
But it's
the
not
paths.
a robot doing it because it's a person putting in the inputs. It's just a preset list of
Did
inputs.
I even say?
I'm about to
robot?
smack him for you.
I said it's a program, not a robot.
The same thing.
On to the PlayStation
don't
list.
like this bit.
All right, PlayStation. Let's do it.
I already know the best one.
Number
Final
one,
Fantasy 7.
number 15. I mean,
What? What is?
Metal Gear Solid.
No.
Yes.
Medal of Honor Underground, which is a really good game,
No.
or Final Fantasy IX.
9.
I mean, I would take 9.
Yeah, you
No, you would. Now 15.
6
Nice.
less. Okay, I can't hit double digits. I can still call myself a virgin.
This is your list, so you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, Final Fantasy 9. That's
right.
pretty fun.
13.
Except for the final boss just kind of comes out of nowhere and is not talked about in the rest of the game.
Ooh.
Number 13. This is the PlayStation list. PlayStation 1, original PlayStation. Not the PS1, but the
They're
PlayStation.
the same thing. Just
Yeah,
one
same thing.
smaller.
Silent
No
Hill
white.
Uh-huh.
Oh, shit.
versus Spyro 2, Ripto's Rage.
Silent Hill.
Silent Hill is up there, man.
That was fun, though.
One of the
Look,
favorite games of all
you
time.
get if you get in a dark room at night, turn on Silent Hill, like old school fucking PS1 Silent Hill. That shit is still scary.
Absolutely. Number 11, Driver. Which I don't remember that game.
I don't know. It had a yellow cover.
Or Crash Bandicoot 2, Cortex Strikes
Yeah,
Back.
Crash.
Alright, Crash. All right. Number 9er, Vagrant Story.
That's a good game.
I
Good
knew you'd like
RPG.
that one, RPG. If you guys want to know anything about these games, hit me up in the
got that
comments
one
and
too?
I'll explain what
Because
they
I'll
are.
play that one.
Yeah.
Or Tekken 3. Another
That's what I
great
said ooh
game.
to. I was like, ooh.
Yeah,
He
it's
likes
a
that
good
one.
game.
That's a really
Hey.
good game.
I don't know his name, but my favorite one.
Yoshimitsu?
The leopard?
Oh, no, that's...
King,
Yeah,
King. Was it just King?
I think it was King.
maybe it was just King, yeah.
Because
Maybe.
I was thinking Jack, but that's the gunner guy.
Jack Black.
Nah, no, he's not. Please don't put Jack
I
Black
said
in a
rat
game.
tat tat tat.
That ass.
Straight fire. God.
So
What
pick
are we doing?
one. Vagrant Story or Tekken 3? Whew.
That's just terrible. Alright, so the first game I ever played was an RPG, so I'm gonna go Vagrant Story.
Vagrant Story.
God.
I need to go back and play that. It's been a while.
Hey, I will give fucking Tekken 3 an honorable mention to the top of this list. Like, it's. Shoot, that's a good game.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I hate when they pit two really good ones low. 'Cause
Yeah.
then that one you vote out doesn't get the recognition it
Yeah,
deserves.
we gotta just shout it out later.
Yeah.
Shout out Tekken 3.
Tekken 3.
Resident Evil 2 or Tomb Raider.
Yeah, Resident Evil.
Did you play any of the Resident Evils back then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I had to leave my PlayStation on, obviously, but and I still have the copy of Resident Evil 3, but I played the whole game on hard without saving. Granted, not in one sitting, and it was several days.
Yeah.
But yeah, without saving.
That's awesome.
Good job.
That's
That's
what
it.
it was. So like the whole time you were gone away from it, you're like, oh my god,
Thinking
the
about it.
power's gonna flicker or something.
Yeah.
My mom's gonna pull the cord.
Freaking out, yeah.
Or I'm gonna wake up and it's gonna be fucking Nemesis.
Yep.
Run away.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Look, I didn't have all these consoles. Just look at them.
Yeah.
I just don't know where the games are.
Yeah,
like, I have a good bit of them. But I just don't know where they all went. I probably sold them all, to be honest.
Yeah.
Be
You
like
just recently, well, I say recently, but it's been a little bit, found all that stuff.
Yeah.
So you probably still have to go through some of that, I imagine, too.
Well, you know the big fucking binders of fucking CDs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
games,
Yeah.
games, games. All right, number 5, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, which I put a lot of time into.
So that was
game.
like that. I can't remember. That might have
Cool
been
story,
on the. That might have. Shut the fuck mouth, Colin. I don't remember what I was gonna say.
Wow, you disrupted the disruptor. Gran Turismo 2
Yeah, Gran Turismo.
over Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
You didn't play a lot of Tony Hawk? I put a lot.
No, I played a lot.
Did you really?
Yes.
But Turismo
But-
2 is the best Turismo game.
I like 3 a little bit better for the PS2.
Graphically, I think the cars are pretty much the same, but I think
Are you into cars?
2 was the first introduction to that.
A little bit.
Yeah, I know you have a Mustang, but I don't know if there's any. Like, if you're into like most cars, because I want the 2017 Acura NSX.
Okay.
I want that. So
God
bad.
damn, that's expensive.
It's
Yeah, so
it's
back in
125,000.
back in the day,
Oh wait.
and I don't even
Chump
remember
change.
what
Yeah.
year it was. Maybe early 90s. But my uncle had an NSX.
Yeah,
Like old school, and it was fucking legit.
but that 2017 is a hybrid, paddle shifters. Oh, I want it so bad.
No, I don't want paddle.
No,
No.
I mean I already drive manual.
No, I need a
Yeah.
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 was
Man, like I would drive anything. Mustangs happen to be one of my favorites, but man, yeah, I like.
Because you're in
cars.
the military.
No, that's Camaros,
Camaros.
now.
No, but my Mazda 6 is manual, and that's how I drive.
You know, you guys
all
can
the
catch up after the podcast. Just saying.
time. We may have to, because I'm just starting to get into cars. So
Number 3, Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Okay.
Also another
Another
solid
Castlevania.
Final
That's a-
Fantasy VII.
That's not a question.
No, so Final Fantasy
Yeah.
wins. And that's number 2.
Castlevania Symphony of the Night is fucking a good game.
Shout
Another
out.
honorable mention.
Final Fantasy VII.
VII.
Which the fucked up part is they remade that, right? And
Yeah.
like I know I'm fucking sounding old here, but the old active battle system where like, yeah, they were attacking you, but you're not running around and shit, and you just got menus. I enjoyed the menu-based RPGs a lot.
Yeah.
Like Final Fantasy Tactics even was fucking ridiculously good.
I heard that a lot of people hated it though.
Yeah, no, well, and it's starting. It's one of those.
It's like Call of Duty Ghosts, where like people hate it when it started,
Yep.
but now
Yep.
it's a lot like the new
Now everybody's
ones.
like, whoa.
"Whoa, this is super good." And it's like,
Just a side note, I've never played any Final Fantasy games ever.
I started playing the first one
No.
And
way back.
I was told not to go and start with like one and go through it. Just
No.
play the really good ones. And
No, well, they're all really good, but if you start at like one, you're not.
Doing it right.
you're
Well,
probably not gonna like it. You know, we get it turned
so
off.
honestly, I'd start at 3,
Yeah.
and not play through in order, but 3 is fucking up there. Like music wise,
Yeah,
just
really.
story wise, yeah.
All right, so that is the end of the list, except for number 1, which I won't
Now
tell.
you gotta break it down.
So let's break it down. We have number
The
2
generation.
and 14. So Final Fantasy.
Oh, what did you do to me?
Or Final
Final Fantasy
Fantasy
7.
7 wins. Okay, Final Fantasy 7. Wow. Okay, probably up there with one of the best games for the console. In my
Like,
That's like one
And
of
I
the
never
best,
played
one of the
that.
best games
Yeah,
of all
yes,
time.
yes.
yeah, that reinvented gaming.
Oh, sure,
like,
yeah.
that was an epic fucking like story and adventure and all
Yeah.
this.
Because you gotta think that was like the first thing to kind of bridge the gap of the whole like
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons
13,
community
12,
with the gaming community and all this kind of shit. Like it put everything in one game.
And musically, you're right. I think that was.
And
probably-
you had the materia system and just, oh my god, it was just, it's so complex and so fucking thought out. Like,
fun.
There's a lot of games on the PlayStation that reinvented like that whole genre.
like this one.
Resident Evil,
Yeah.
Final Fantasy, Gran Turismo, Metal Gear Solid, like reinvented those genres.
Yeah.
So it's hard to pick from the best of PlayStation.
The
Just 'cause
PlayStation facts that I have explained a lot of what we're talking about
Well, I
right
didn't
now.
care about the-
say them?
Screw the
I didn't
facts.
care about the Genesis ones.
Ow.
I'm just
Boring.
PlayStation.
Number
Like
4,
PC
Gran
overall.
Turismo 2 versus Silent Hill.
It's gonna hurt his heart.
Yikes. There are just
It's hard to do
there
this
are
one.
so many memories from this game that just still haunt me.
Literally.
So there are so many memories from these games
That's
that haunt me.
I played Gran Turismo and I
So
liked it, but
they had like, well, that was probably 3, where they had like the 24-hour races and shit.
yeah, that was 3. PS2, right?
Yeah.
That was 3.
But I like, I don't know,
a lot of time.
like
A lot of childhood
I
time.
started out with an RX-7. Now I got a fucking Bugatti, bitch. I know that's not what's on there. I can't remember, but yeah.
It's a tough.
My favorite was when
sell.
he finally got the Lotus.
Oh yeah. I like the like indie car
yeah,
when you get all that
yeah,
stuff too.
yeah.
That was fun.
I'm gonna go Silent Hill.
Good choice. I think it's the right choice.
Yeah.
All right. So 7 and 9 or 7 and 10. Sorry, Resident Evil 2, Crash Bandicoot 2.
Resident Evil 2.
No question.
That one right there was about to fuck me.
Oh, absolutely.
And Vagrant Story gets to fucking buy.
Yes.
Right.
Bigger Story gets
Yes, it
to
does.
buy. So
Now-
now we have 2 and we just went up here. So 2 and 7. Final Fantasy, Resident
Highest and
Evil.
lowest.
No, highest most. Yeah,
Okay,
Final Fantasy.
so let's
Final
do Final
Fantasy.
Fantasy and Silent Hill. Sorry, my bad.
Final
7.
Fantasy.
Final Fantasy beats Silent Hill.
It's a silent fantasy.
Contract.
Fantasy
Yep.
contract.
And Resident
Shush.
Evil 2 and Vagrant
Why?
Story.
Why'd you do that?
You did that. This is your list, man.
You gave the order.
I just read the order. I didn't give them the order.
Here's your order.
Did you order the Code Red? Mountain
Code
Dew?
Red.
Yes, I
You
did.
can't handle the truth. I don't know. That just clicked something in my brain.
Oh, sorry,
right
I
there.
didn't mean to bring
No,
it
no,
up.
no, no. I just remembered the movie. Like,
It's a great movie.
you were the Code Red. And I was like, what? You don't tell me.
Tell me I didn't order Code Red.
Resident Evil 2 over Vagrant Story.
Wow, I did not expect that.
I've actually never heard of Vagrant Story, so I'm gonna have to go back and try
Yeah, it's
that
pretty
one
good.
out. RPG.
Yeah, really good.
Really good one.
Good story.
What kind of RPG is it like? Like, what other game do you think it's related to?
That's
like,
tough.
gameplay-wise, not story-wise.
It's fantasy.
It's not final though.
Well, I like
Not
medieval games. Like,
No,
that's
it's
why I
not
play the
medieval.
Dark Souls games. Is because
Do you want me to read
they're
the
all
description
medieval
to
and
you?
stuff.
I'll read
Yeah,
the
I was
description.
Just show them the sprites and shit. Like,
I mean, I see the box art and it looks amazing.
Okay. It's perhaps one of the original PlayStation most underrated games, a massive action RPG developed by a powerhouse RPG hit machine, helmed by one of the most underrated auteurs of the last 25 years.
I'm trying to think of something. So like a Breath of Fire, Breath of Fire 3 type. That's what I would compare it to.
It stacks an almost ludicrous amount of systems on top of a plot dense with political intrigue, dark magic, and at least 2 textbooks worth of ancient history. But it all comes together in a truly exceptional experience.
Tell me anything about
You'll manage special attacks, customize weapons tailored for specific enemy types, build your own armor, solve puzzles.
Basically,
and
you're
fight
saying
some of
it's
the
an
hardest
RPG.
bosses the
Like
side of the
Pokemon.
Dark Souls
So,
series.
have you
You gotta
ever
match shit.
have you ever played fucking Breath of Fire 3?
No.
Did you ever play like
Also a
Legends
great
of Dragoon?
I have that one still.
You still have that one?
Yep.
Yeah, me.
It's one in
All
my
4
CD
discs.
case. Yep, all 4.
All right, you're delaying the inevitable here. Final
didn't ask me.
Fantasy, VII, or Resident Evil II. Just doing them all.
Say the numbers.
Resident Evil, or Final Fantasy VII versus Resident Evil 2. Hey, their numbers are backwards too.
World War II.
That's fucking weird.
I know.
Yes.
Final Fantasy 7.
7. Final Fantasy
Okay, so
7.
since that was number 2 on the list, what the hell is
I
number
know what
1?
the first one is.
We're about to find
I
out.
think I said it earlier.
Unfortunately, you did. It
Oh!
is Metal Gear Solid versus Final
Yeah,
Fantasy
Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah.
Did you ever play Metal Gear Solid?
Yes.
Yes.
That game is amazing.
It is.
That's in like my top 5 favorite games
I
now.
don't know if it's amazing. It's good.
I'm up there.
I think
with
it's a
the
masterpiece.
amazing masterpieces of all time, but I don't think it had nearly the fan base as Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say it.
And it's hard.
I'm gonna just go ahead. You can set it up, but I already know which one I'm choosing.
We're gonna set it up because you're talking, and I think this is a legit argument,
Cool art.
not just for the
Yeah.
games themselves that we
The
have
art
here,
was really good.
but for
Ooh,
those
it's like
consoles.
PS1
Star Ocean right there. Star Ocean.
Star Ocean was good.
It's
Fucking
fucking
Chrono Trigger.
long. Oh
You
yeah, I
got
just
Chrono
beat
Trigger,
Chrono
too,
Trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard of that
So
one.
you're
that
talking
was a pretty
about
popular one.
2 consoles
Star Ocean.
that have a game on it that defines the console itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're talking Sonic 3 for the Sega Genesis.
Which didn't come out immediately upon release.
Right.
Which people nowadays kind of overlook the games that come out later in the console.
well, they blur them all together. Like, oh yeah, I remember that game, and they don't really remember that there was 2 others before that we had to get through to get to this one.
Right.
And it's the same thing with Final Fantasy. So Final Fantasy VII,
Have
a
you played
game defined by its
No,
console.
I've only
Yeah.
played the first Final Fantasy game.
that? Yeah, you should try. It's
Is it ported
I'll
on any other consoles? Final
You
Fantasy?
need-
I can figure it out.
you
No, I'm
need-
just curious.
You just give
Or
it
is it a
time.
PlayStation
It's a Sony
exclusive?
exclusive.
Yeah.
Because it's a long game.
I mean, that one, so
Like, I like
7
8 a
you
lot,
can
too.
get, like, at this point, you can get it in emulators. So you can play it on
But that's
PC.
how I played a lot. I play a lot of mine. Like I have a Raspberry Pi.
That's
So
what
I-
oh!
Yeah.
and
so
I,
I go
was the one
back-
that gave your
Oh, no.
father the idea
Oh,
of
okay.
that.
He's the one that
Computer.
told
One
me
where
to
you
get you
can-
that. Right?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I have a Raspberry Pi, and I played like Punch Out and a bunch of those other games because
I just think like
Don't.
hemorrhoided
Shush.
butthole.
Shush.
But now that I have, what is it, like Nintendo Switch Online or whatever, Switch Direct,
Yeah.
I can go back and play NES and all those other games. But they don't have all the popular games. Like they don't have any Pokemon games other than like Pokemon Stadium
Yeah.
for like the GameCube,
Which is
it's like,
a ridiculously expensive game.
oh
Yeah,
yes,
it is. We tried
it's
to
like
buy it. It was
$60 just to get it for
The
the
console,
pass or
just to
whatever.
get a Nintendo 64 is
No,
above
no, no.
$300.
Yeah, that one is
Yeah.
what I was thinking.
Yeah, like the fucking cartridge.
And
Oh,
the
yeah.
I'm talking the system, the console itself. You can't find them. They're hard to find, and especially intact with a good controller that actually came with it, it's impossible. And when you do find it, it's over $300.
So-
Well, I have two 64 controllers already.
Yeah, they're
Fun fact. That's the probably from Nintendo up to the PlayStation 3. The only console I didn't have was the Nintendo 64.
You still
And
have the PS3?
No.
I have one. You
I
can
know.
have it.
I know.
I have it for the original Dark Souls and Metal Gear Solid 4.
That's
why I have
you
it.
should give it to George.
And all the God of War games. I play them all on there.
He said he'll buy it from you.
You have a fucking PC.
Yeah.
You don't-
You
but
play them
none of
all
those-
on there.
None of those games are ported.
You bullshit.
Well, I mean, the original Dark Souls is, but I played Dark Souls Remastered on the Switch.
I told him he won't do it.
So I still got my PS1, the original big block gray PlayStation. PlayStation 2 is still there. I still have the
I wish you didn't get rid of your PS2.
PS4.
3 PS2s.
Well, okay, so I don't. It's almost like the Red Ring of Death, but the launch day, not launch day, but the early
original 360.
No, the early PS2
Yeah.
used to have a fucking. You didn't have a red ring, obviously, but the screen would come up and you had all these blocks based on how many saves you had and shit, and it would turn red and not read the disc. I have one of those, and it's taken apart. Like, it's still together, but I took it apart and like fucked with it, and every now and then it would read a disc. That's still at my mom's. I ain't grabbed that one. I grabbed the one I bought after.
With the tray, my first 2 PlayStation 2s, they wouldn't open. So at the time, Walmart would pretty much take anything back in a trade. I would just trade out for brand new ones, and then finally that second one, I traded in and got one that didn't have a tray anymore. It was just a slide-in disc out.
Yeah.
And I never had a problem.
I thought you
with
had the open one. I had the one that open. Or was that the 3?
That's 3.
That's 3, yeah.
Yeah.
3 didn't open. 3 was a
The
it's-
first
it's
one's
the slim.
dead.
The 3 slim is the one that
Yeah.
had the pop
Yeah,
top.
I didn't know about it either till recently
Yeah.
because I'm fucking dumb. But I never had a
the original
slim.
PlayStation Slim open too, right?
Yeah.
But the original PlayStation itself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, those all.
Yeah.
And then the PS2, all you had was the PS2 chunk, which is what I have, and then
Yeah,
the
and the
slim,
slide-out tray.
and they both press the button, bleep bleep.
Yep. That initial PlayStation 2 sound, even the PlayStation 1 sound when you turn it on, it's iconic. But before we get into the
Kinda
winner
reminds me of the
between
whole-
these two,
like the TCM, like the old
Yes.
cassette VHS.
Just
you know,
that
it's
initial, like,
your volume was on the TV too loud. You fucking knew it.
So the original PS2 sound, I heard, and I don't know if this is true, but they made this sound by dropping a piano off a 5-story building. It sounds exactly the same.
Maybe
like,
it is.
And you're like, wow. Nostalgia bomb, but also that's how that happened.
exactly.
So let's do these two.
Before we do these two, I want to know console by console, real quick, what's the best game? So let's go with like PlayStation 2. Remember any games stick out that you're like, that was the best game for PlayStation 2?
Wasn't Snake Eater originally for the PS2? Okay.
Like just in our opinion, like the one we had the most fun with.
Yeah.
Either that or God of War 2, I think.
Should I
I
get
can
one?
see if it was
Resident
PlayStation 2,
Evil.
PlayStation 3, PlayStation 3, I can't remember.
So,
Have you played Azura's Wrath? Have you seen it? Anybody know what I'm talking about? Jason?
PlayStation 2. So, Gran Turismo 3 or. I want to say it was Silent Hill 3.
Silent Hill 2 is on the PS2, right?
Was it 2?
I think that was on the one, honestly. Late.
Well,
Yeah,
why wasn't
yeah.
on that list? Because it was probably better
Maybe
than
it
the
was
first
on
one,
that too.
in my opinion.
So
It was. They're all great.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Then you got into
The other
where
ones,
they started.
jumping in holes and shit.
It was more about graphics than story, and it just kind of killed everything for a little while.
My favorite line from Silent Hill 2, though, is when the girl gives him the key, and he goes, thanks. It just makes me laugh.
You even sounded like Obama doing that.
Thanks. Well, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Come on, Elvis in there.
Come on. Okay, what do you got?
Wait,
What do you
let's
got
not
over
go
there?
back to Elvis.
yeah, I was
I'm gonna say
Gran
Gran
Turismo
Turismo 3.
or like one of my favorites, especially growing up, was Ratchet and Clank. Like I love the entire
Yeah.
Ratchet and Clank
I say-
series.
Did you
So-
play the new Ratchet and Clank game that came out?
No, yeah, I've got it. I just haven't played it yet.
With Ratchet and Clank, I didn't really get into that genre until like the PlayStation 3. So the reason I don't have a PlayStation 3 is because I traded in my 360 and my PS3 and all of my games pretty much to get a PS4 and a few games. God of War was one of them.
The first one?
I have no idea. I don't remember. I just remember it was a God of War.
I actually like the first God of War game.
That was on original PlayStation 2 as well.
But like, so Dante's Inferno,
Oh yeah.
that's what got me in. That's why I wanted the God of War stuff. I was like, this is kind of similar, and it's fucking fun.
Way cooler. Yeah.
I gotta say, too, I was a huge freaking Kingdom Hearts fan. Like, so
Oh
back
yeah,
then,
that
was, like,
fucking menu
awesome.
music could put me to sleep, dude.
That
You
music,
actually have all of
not
them.
even menu music. That all the whole soundtrack.
Just the
Yeah.
doo 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 with the fucking waves in the background.
Oh,
So-
Oh my god,
so-
put me to sleep instantly.
Okay, we got it. Play that game.
No, just listen to the soundtrack. That's fucking. Oh my god.
Yeah,
What
I've heard the
about,
Final Fantasy games are really
what about
good.
regular Nintendo? First Nintendo.
So the first, not the Super.
Yeah, the regular NES.
Not the SNES.
No, just NES.
That's why I said not the SNES.
Not this.
Just the NES, not the SNES.
Yeah.
Loch Ness
Sounds
monster.
like you're about to sneeze.
It's not
SNES.
the Loch Ness, not the Loch Ness. Okay.
SCP.
Oh god.
Did you guys have fun with that?
I did.
Did you say which one your favorite one was?
I think it was Big Tit,
Yeah.
which is Amber.
Yeah, we made our own. Yeah, you gotta listen to that one.
There's one that's just
Can't be
like a
big
coffee
tits.
mug.
It's gonna be big.
SCP-683 is my favorite.
We just covered it in a broad term of.
I'm not like into it, but I know a couple.
There's some weird shit in there.
683 is the
It's not grass.
the lizard.
I mean. What lizard?
We
The
talked about
indestructible lizard. That's my favorite one.
So is there a
Anywho.
regular
Yeah.
Nintendo game that sticks out? Mario Duck Hunt.
Duck Hunt.
Yeah, that's. I think
That's the first game
Duck
I
Hunt.
ever remember playing.
I always
So-
thought like RC Pro Am and Excite Bike were two of my favorite games.
Don't you talk about Amber.
Duck guns.
So going back to that one, Castlevania on that
Oh, yeah.
on
One
regular
of the
Nintendo.
hardest games ever.
Yeah.
Well.
Still haven't beat it.
Another Belmont.
How about
back in the
Super
day.
Nintendo? Just real quick. Can you do a Super Nintendo real quick?
Yeah, Super Nintendo, Zelda.
Zelda,
Yeah, so.
Zelda, Mario World.
Well, Zelda or Donkey Kong Country.
I beat
That's a
the
good
Donkey Kong Country. I got all three of those.
Clap
But
the
Yeah.
monkey cheeks.
The original's still my favorite there.
yeah, it's fucking fun. Like, but man, I hope my fucking saves come back.
Did anyone
Yes.
have a Sega Saturn?
Yeah,
Or-
I have one.
You have one? Is it?
Favorite game.
The Bomberman.
Yeah, Bomberman.
Yep.
Saturn
Okay.
Bomberman, yeah.
Was there like a turbo? Was it
Well, like,
TurboGrafx?
okay, hang on. So,
My
Daytona,
leg fell asleep.
Daytona USA.
Oh, yeah,
It's
good
pretty
one, yeah.
fucking fun.
that was really fun in the arcades too. I remember playing that.
Yeah, well, and you were talking about Sega being an arcade fucking company,
Mm-hmm.
and I was thinking of Sega Saturn because that's a lot of what, like Virtua Cop and shit like that.
Yeah.
A lot of it was arcade shit.
Well, that leads me into my next question: Dreamcast.
Yeah.
So I played Crazy Taxi for this guy, and he just didn't get it. And I'm like, you don't understand.
I
this game,
get why it's fun, but
This game was
I
the
don't-
shit in the arcade. Like you
I
blow
mean, like-
$10 just on
yeah,
Crazy
like an
Taxi.
arcade game. I get that.
I have an
But, like-
unpopular opinion on this one.
But like
Crazy Taxi or
as,
Dreamcast?
Dreamcast.
as just a game you would go to play,
Like all you're doing is
Crazy
picking up passengers
Taxi
and taking them
is
another
fucking
way.
boring.
So
if you
it's-
could just play it all day. But if you have to pay for it, I understand why it's
Yeah.
fun.
It's
like I get it.
It's Grand Theft Auto, but without getting out of the car.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's like half of GTA.
I gotta say Soul Calibur though, that was my favorite one.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's a popular one.
So that was also the first console I played Resident Evil Code Veronica on too.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Gotcha.
Which I also have.
that you
God.
also have.
He's waiting for that remake so
can't
hard.
wait.
He wants it so bad.
So,
How far do you think they're gonna go with the remakes? For
Go
Resident
all the
Evil?
fucking way, man.
Well, they just released 8. I don't expect they're gonna remake that one.
did you ever play Virtua Tennis?
Yes.
That is probably one of my favorite games on the Dreamcast.
Virtual tennis.
Yes, because you got the little memory card
Yeah.
there. You could play it on
Yeah,
there.
you can play it on a little screen. Yeah.
I don't know. That game was fucking ridiculously fun
I
and
remember
addictive.
There was also another game that I thought was fun and addictive. It was called Ready to Rumble. It was a boxing game. Does anybody remember this? I only know it, and I remember it because I had a buddy come over and we played it one night. And there's a button, like if you're getting your ass kicked and you want to just end the match, you can low blow them.
Yeah.
Punch him in the balls.
And you just straight punch him right in the testicles, and you get disqualified. But it's just a way of not getting like beat down. You can just end the fight, punch
him in the
punch
balls.
your friend in the nuts. And that's why it's stuck in my head.
I do that in real boxing.
Do that at work.
Punch the guy in the balls.
Fuck you, John. Bound.
You did say you were gonna do that today, in one testicle, not in both.
Just one.
All right, so
because
now
one
it's
of
time.
his is the size of my fist.
Are we going to keep going through other consoles?
I mean,
Yeah.
okay.
What else?
PS3.
You got? Fuck,
Xbox?
That's where it gets all diluted and stuff. So
PS3.
Halo for Xbox
Yeah.
Yeah.
and PC probably.
I feel like Xbox is the same way I feel about Amber.
Really?
No.
You want to bang it? What?
You want to hit it with your car? I don't.
Speaking of,
You almost hit her today.
What?
this bitch ran out in front of me. Like, okay, you know, you're walking towards the steps.
Yeah.
And you got the little you coming in from the outside, and you turn right to go to where we park.
Yeah.
She was on this side, so if we're looking at steps, she was over here.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, cool. She's over out of the way, and she went zag. What? I was like, whoa! I revved at her. So it's too early, and you
So this
just.
first break, I'm
I was
taking it.
about to foot.
This
No,
is
it's
coming in.
the first thing in the morning.
Oh.
Oh man, I got a story about first thing in the morning.
Whoa.
So I told these guys before we started that I work with a guy who has Asperger's,
Oh God, yeah.
and
Shout out to Jacob.
his sense of humor, I will never understand.
Yep.
Because it's not funny when you're there, but afterwards when you're telling someone else, it's really funny. Like at 7:30 in the morning when I walk up, he's
Not
sitting
Jam.
on a scaffold, he leans his ass up and goes, "Here comes a home run," and then rips ass. It's really funny afterwards, but at 7:30 in the morning when I haven't had my coffee yet, it pissed me off.
You should try that at fucking 6 in the morning. God,
I'm just like, ugh.
it's
already,
worse.
like already I have to start with this shit.
Before breakfast.
Which is now lunch.
That was now lunch, yeah. Let's see, are there any other consoles out there?
PS3.
3DO.
We never said PS3.
Well, because it kind of gets, like George was saying, it kind of gets
It's
diluted.
diluted, yeah,
It's
because
like-
you got all the
yeah.
carryovers and
At that point, PlayStation 2 had already broken all the records, so like
Yeah.
everything kind of blends into PlayStation 3. How about like Game Boy? Did you guys have a Game Boy growing up, or
Game
Game
Boy
Boy
Advance.
Advance or
Game-
Color?
Game Boy Advance, Pokemon Fire Red.
Sega.
What's
what
it
they
called?
The little Game Gear.
Advanced War?
yeah.
Is that what it was?
What's that called? Advanced War? Something like that. It's got a little tank on it.
Oh,
It's
yeah, tank.
fucking.
I remember that.
It's,
Wait, did y'all ever play a game that was on the PS1? It's called Tiny Tank. Like,
That was my nickname in high school.
ah!
There
I
we go.
finally let one out.
Got it. Whoa.
Oh, we can put it
I
back
read
in.
cast earlier too.
wow.
Tiny Tank.
I let one ball
It
out.
was like, so basically it was a futuristic game where well, kind of like a Terminator kind of thing, but like a jokey kind of Terminator where they had built these tanks. They were all automated and everything, so they were fighting the wars now, and they turned on the people, so the people were now fled underground, all this kind of shit. But they had this one tank that was still nice. Well, he wasn't. He was a fucking asshole. But you were the tank that was an asshole, but you were trying to kill the other tanks so that people could come back up.
So it was cars with tanks.
Kind of, pretty much, yeah.
Sentient cars with sentient
I didn't
tanks.
get it.
Yeah.
Cars.
We had an
Cars
episode
with
about
tanks.
sentient.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
cars.
It's really cool though,
The movie.
because I
And this
remember
was
playing
on
like
Game Boy.
no PlayStation 1.
Oh, PlayStation.
We're
One.
talking
Yeah.
about games all day.
It's called Tiny Tank.
Gotcha. I don't remember that one, but I'm sure I either saw it or played it, or at some point I think I rented every game that ever was for all the consoles up till
Oh, PlayStation Nuclear Strike.
Oppenheimer.
Well,
Have you seen that?
it's like the first. It's like one of the first couple of the one you got me, Soviet Strike.
Oh yeah.
It's a helicopter game.
What console was Metal Gear on?
Original Metal Gear. PlayStation 1. Metal
Was
Gear
it?
Solid.
No. Metal Gear. And then the second one, Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake.
Oh. So the original Metal Gear was on the regular Nintendo, the
Okay.
NES, which
Man,
is
it sucked
fucking
too.
terrible.
Oh,
I said 2.
as well. And that one was bad.
Anywho's.
What are we doing?
Like that for it.
What's happening?
Are we gonna answer this?
Next
anytime
step.
soon?
Next step.
I'm trying to think of consoles. I don't think of any more consoles that are out there.
I mean, no one else in
PlayStation
here-
Vita. Might have a
No one
Vita.
else
I
here
had-
plays PC. Do you
I had a-
play any PC games?
I had a PSP.
What's your favorite PC
Yeah,
game?
Ooh,
Counter Strike.
I know mine. 1.6.
Yes, old school.
I'm playing.
I was so.
actually, I like
playing Global
uh,
Offensive right
yeah,
now.
put me in the Ice Worlds.
Yeah.
I'll fucking kill you.
My
Or I
favorite was
used
actually
to.
Day Defeat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Day
Mine's-
of Duffy. Feet.
It's literally just Counter Strike, but in World War II.
Yeah.
So fun.
Mine's Elden Ring. I played
Yeah.
the shit out of that game.
Sega.
I platinumed it,
So good.
and then went back through it and was starting to platinum on his profile, and now I'm going back through it on the PC, platinuming it there.
Of course, I played the what was it?
That's
I agree. I agree 100%.
No,
It's dumb.
I can understand because that and Final Fantasy VIII. I beat Final Fantasy VIII way too many goddamn
Oh
times.
yeah. Well, it's the same thing with like Borderlands 2. I've beaten that game 100 times.
That's my Resident Evil 4.
I also played a bit Oblivion on PC. That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never really got into the Skyrim games. Or the Elder Scrolls
Scrolls,
games, or
yeah.
whatever those nerds want to call it.
Skyrim is an Elder Scrolls game.
Yeah.
Skyrim's really good.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, it's good. It's just
Not my
like, it
kind
wasn't
of
my
game, but I
cup of tea,
bought it
yeah.
and I was like, you know what? This isn't that bad. It's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And like I want to speed through it because I don't like playing games like that so much.
Yeah.
At some
You don't
point.
touch me
It's kind of like
until you
Fallout,
play it.
You know, too.
Another one. Like, I
can touch you,
but
no,
I
you wouldn't
blew
touch
through
my
it as
balls.
fast as I
Yeah.
could just to beat the game.
So remember, I played the original 2
like, nice
on
to
the
meet
PC
you.
and then switched over
Nice
to
to meet
Xbox
you.
360 for free.
Slime Trail.
He's trying to get me to play.
What's going on over here?
What?
New Vegas. He's trying to get me to play
Fallout
that
New
one.
Vegas.
Yeah.
I love that game. It's super fun.
That's I can't. It was either 3. It might have been 3.
Well,
but-
describe it and I can tell you.
I don't think it was New Vegas. I think it was 3. You came out of a vault.
That's all of them.
I knew you.
Yeah, it makes sense.
You're right.
But I remember.
Is it like point and click? Or no?
No.
Okay, then it's not 1 or 2.
Yeah, so it's 3.
Are you trying to find your dad? Trying to find your kids? What's the deal? What you
I've
trying to
had
do?
so much marijuana and beer since. So I was still in the Marine Corps.
Today.
I was still in the Marine Corps, but I was on leave and I was staying with my parents, and I just hooked it up and
Start
in their fucking living room. Well, I had been playing it, but I just hadn't. You know, you'll
And
put
had
it.
time to sit down. And
Yeah,
actually,
you'll
like,
put it
play.
down and forget. Like, oh shit, what was
Yeah.
I supposed to be doing? But I just sat there for like a week because I was off for a fucking week and just
Just mindless, yeah.
PS3.
Do you remember what you were trying to? Nothing about the game.
No,
you just
PS3.
remember
You
you
said
played
PS3. PS3
Were you in
is
Vegas?
Fallout 3.
it. Is it
New
three?
Vegas didn't come out till 4.
I didn't think it was New Vegas.
Yeah,
'cause
Vegas didn't
you
come out
remember
until
New Vegas. You just shot
PlayStation
in
4.
the head
PS3 was
immediately.
3.
Well, I think you can get it on PC.
There were ghouls.
earlier than that.
Goals.
Goals in all of them.
Yeah.
Release, yeah.
There was a vault.
We're right back where we started.
Yeah.
Shit.
Remember the Bioshock series? That was like one of my favorite
yeah.
series.
Is there a favorite Mario? Like, there's thousands of Mario games now and variations of them. Is there
I like
one
the
that
Paper Mario games.
you did like Paper Mario?
Mario 64. That's
Oh,
my
yeah.
favorite.
Hard one though.
It is.
Mario RPG.
Well, they're good
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Or just the
partial
original.
to,
Well,
like,
not the
Mario
original,
Bros.
but the Super Mario
Super Mario
Bros.
Bros. 3, right? That's
Yeah.
your
No,
jam.
Mario Bros. When it was just one platform. And
Oh my god.
Ow,
Oh,
and
yeah.
Side
they just
scroller.
didn't even side scroll. It was
Ancient
just
shit.
one.
I used to sit and watch my brother play that because I sucked at it. He was like, "Oh, look at me! I beat it already." I'm like, "Fuck! How'd you do that?" And it's because when I went to piss, he went to the warps.
Oh, yeah. Well, Mario's also been in countless other games like Donkey Kong and
So you had the whole Super Smash Brothers thing.
Yep.
That
And
was
all
always
the
fun.
sports games, pretty much.
That's what we
between-
call
Have you
your-
played the
that's-
campaign of Brawl?
That's what we call your kids.
So
That was your kids' name, your nicknames in high school. Super
Bros.
Smash Bros.
that was your actions in high school.
Yeah.
That's him now.
I think that's all the consoles. Let's go ahead and just break this down. We have 2 games.
Y'all
that
think I'm
are-
bad now? I was fucking goddamn
Sure.
super stoner in high school.
I don't
Yeah.
think you're bad now. I think you're a perfect adult human being.
I think you're a liar.
Sonic 3. And
So I was thinking about that. Like mentally, I'm still fucking 20 something. Like I don't.
No, you've matured. Even since
Ah.
I've known you, you've matured.
No, I've calmed down.
You
a little.
challenged up
The same
today.
thing.
That's mature.
Taking pages out of the old man's book is what you did today, and I appreciate the nod.
First time he did it was in 1932.
We have Sonic 3 and Knuckles and
Nazis.
Final Fantasy VII.
Now with Mussolini.
Okay.
Two games that define a genre and a console. Who wins?
Final Fantasy. Like, I love Sonic and all, but Final Fantasy definitely has a bigger reach.
Don't erase that yet. He hasn't told us what it is.
I'm gonna take Sonic 3.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it because
Wow.
I erased it?
Of course it is.
No. No, well,
You don't tell George what to pick.
No, remember earlier when I said I already know which one I'm picking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sonic 3 for the Sega Genesis, in George's opinion, is the best game of the list that we had anyway.
Yeah.
And
With
Jason picked Final Fantasy
with
7?
Final Fantasy 7 being like right there, you're 0.1 below it.
Yeah.
It's 1.1.
Sniffing his balls. Sniffing Sonic's little blue
like
balls.
John does.
Shout out to
me.
Tekken 3. Mortal Kombat 2.
We've been holding that one back for a while.
Silent Hill.
Silent Hill.
So, do you guys have a favorite game? And that's hard when a lot of us are like video game players.
Cross platform. I mean,
Yeah, but I mean, like, do you have like one that will always stick with you no matter how many games you play? Just
RE4.
here's just the original Resident Evil game.
Yeah, but like I beat that game probably a dozen times, maybe 12 times. RE4, I can play.
The
I can
remake?
pick up all of them from every. Well, I've never played the other ones. I've watched you play some of them.
So as much as I love 7, I would go Final Fantasy 8.
Yeah.
Just-
All time.
I played
Yeah.
RE4 on the Wii, the PC, the PS4, and in VR.
All right, they're saying Resident Evil 4. They're just lazy.
Yeah,
Because,
I played it in VR.
Everybody's like, what the fuck is RE4?
Yeah, Resident Evil 4.
Yeah.
We make sense to ourselves. Okay?
No, yeah, I was understanding. I just do,
But yeah, Resident
People
Evil
like
4
Amber
in
listen
VR is a different experience.
Not your Amber.
Playing Resident Evil in VR is
Yeah. He was telling me about that. Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
To answer my question, do you guys have like a favorite game?
That's what
Final
we're
Fantasy
just doing.
Final Fantasy
so
8.
mine's probably
Gay.
Lost Odyssey, actually.
Oh shit. Really?
Really?
Yeah. Just because I was old enough at that point. That's what kind of got me into going back and playing like the original Final Fantasies and all that kind of stuff. That was my first like that fantasy role playing thing.
Yeah.
And the game like Legend of Dragoon, we had the 4 disc, and
Yeah.
a double disc kind of thing for the 360. So it's kind of like the whole like going back to Legend of Dragoon, but like get better graphics and all this kind of shit, you know.
So what about like a not maybe it got popular later game that you really like? The question, I'll tell you, the question was inspired because GameCube, Pikmin, was fucking ridiculously fun. Like, I got a horde! Fuck you motherfuckers!
Pikmin 2 got better than Pikmin 1.
Oh, any of them,
Yeah.
honestly.
And it really got like intense in some of those
Yeah.
battles that you had. You start losing people, you're like, oh shit. Yeah, I remember that game. That game was fun.
Also, I don't know how exactly to say it, but Suikoden,
Suikoden?
it's an RPG
Suikoden.
as well. But you also had like, while it was kind of a traditional RPG, you had these moments because it was like old school fucking like Japan or some shit. I don't know where it was fucking.
Feudal Japan.
But you had wars and you had these.
Dick girls.
It was almost, I don't even know what it was like.
Fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just fun to play.
Star Ocean was
It
good.
was really good.
So you guys are going more the fantasy and RPG style, where I went for straight like action horror.
That's because they didn't know what a fucking RPG was when you were fucking
It was a
playing
gun.
games.
It was a gun
Yeah.
back then.
Okay, so like what about
shoot
now,
yourself.
like, as far as also been a lot of like indie games come out and like developers and shit, so like ones that don't really have a budget to do these big productions.
Yeah.
So like what's a newer like indie game that you like that kind of has like an old school kind of feel to it?
Undertale.
Nuclear Thrones.
Okay.
Played Undertale? It's good.
I feel like I've heard it.
Oh, it's really good.
You're leaking.
Oh my god! It's on me.
He's preeing.
I'm gonna pre.
It's pre-BR.
Pre-BRF.
Well, that's its new name.
What it tastes like.
Yeah, what does it taste like, George? Your pre-BR. How salty is it?
Pretty good.
That's definitely got to be the Little Nightmare series.
I was just gonna say
Both of those games, like, they're
I've
fucking
not played
good.
2 yet.
You haven't played 2 yet?
So I made him.
Fucking good.
I made him get it because I told him that one of them was multiplayer, and he bought the first one. He's like,
Yeah.
"Well, I already have it, so I might as well play it."
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Whoa,
It's
this
really
is
good.
cool."
It's scary.
I want him to play inside.
Yeah, like, it actually gets you, like, fucking
Yeah, yeah.
revved
Whoa.
up a little bit. It's
I
like,
want
what
him
the
to play
fuck?
hell?
inside, and then
Inside's
the other
good.
one next to. I can't remember what the other one was. Do you remember what it is?
Outside.
No, it's.
Oh,
It starts with an M.
Limbo.
I just thought of a weird
Limbo,
one.
you're right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Limbo.
I thought of a weird one for
that?
PlayStation. Did any of you guys play Brave Fencer Musashi?
No.
Another RPG, but less of like the turn-based fucking menu style, where it was more of an actiony, more like newer school RPGs are. Yeah, that was really good. It's really fucking expensive too now.
I wonder, maybe it's just because I'm the only one in the room, but in this generation,
Put the board away.
yes, you may.
No.
If it's like I didn't play any RPG because I guess I didn't have
Right in the nip.
I didn't have any to play at the time when those games came out. That really stuck to, like, Zelda was probably the closest thing, and that's not really even an RPG. Pokemon was out there, but like I didn't play a
super
lot
cool.
of Pokemon. I played survival horror was like my
I don't know if he's gonna
sports
show any
games were
gameplay,
number
but-
1 usually, and then survival horror was the next
Yeah.
thing I played.
Oh, that's like Cave Story,
It's fucking legit.
or like Enter the Gungeon. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, yeah.
As far as series go, I've
There's
played
a genre name
for
it,
all
but
the
I don't
Far Cry
remember what it's called.
series,
Far Cry's
and they're
good.
not in any kind
Isn't
of
it like
genre
Dungeon
other
Crawler?
than just kind of action fun
something
in a
weird.
way.
Yeah.
It might as well be,
Assassin's
but,
Creed,
yeah, it's
Resident
not.
Evil.
How about the Contras?
We have 2 different
2
conversations
and,
right
1,
now.
2, and 3.
Yeah.
I think it's about as far as I went.
So
with
I really
Contra.
enjoyed, like, when I still had a PC, Hitman.
Hitman was
that
good, yeah.
that whole series, like, it was pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
Hitman was good.
Started playing
Siphon
Sniper Ghost
Filter.
Warrior contracts.
What
It's
about
all about
guns?
sniping and sneaking around and stuff like
Guns?
that.
Guns.
Wild Arms?
With a Z, right? Yeah.
Wild Guns.
Yeah, okay.
It was like, well, the entire case was just yellow with a skull.
Also yellow, yeah. I don't know why I keep, like, Driver had a
Yeah.
yellow case. I don't. Yellow sticks out to me, I guess. That's my memory color. It's like piss.
It's
What?
all filler.
What?
George,
What did you say?
George has got to pee. I know it.
I don't. I've just sweated a
You've
lot.
kind of been bouncing over here. I thought maybe that was.
I think you're just
your
getting all excited.
tell
I know, this is fun.
Talk about
Yeah.
video games. You're like,
Yeah.
yeah, let's do it.
So I had a question, and I told you that I
You
had a
have a
question
question,
before
yes.
we started.
Didn't I?
And it's
Yeah.
a bunch of ashes in my face.
Oh, God, I put it in front of me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
He's just ashing away over here.
All right.
Shut up, Amber.
It's copyrighted!
Oh, yeah, we're going to get struck.
Just a harp.
I don't know what's
What?
going on.
Just a harp.
Shut up. It's legendary.
Why did you
It's,
tell me?
it's already on YouTube.
Why didn't you tell me?
And they're letting them play it.
It's on YouTube.
Doesn't say they're making any money off of it.
Exactly.
We're
Well,
definitely not. So, don't strike us.
So what's your question?
So,
Mike-
Squaresoft, Square Enix now.
Square Enix, yeah.
So, Dragon Quest, yeah, that's a good one.
So my question is, I think you guys probably have talked about when you guys met, but I'm curious as to know when you guys knew you were going to be friends.
After I stopped hating them.
So Jason and I were friends before George even joined the group.
Can I explain real quick?
Sure.
Like what I want as my answer. So like I.
you want
Well,
me to-
I'm going to tell you what you're going to say
No.
right now.
So like I knew Jason and I were going to be friends when I went to one of his shows. And he was drumming, and I was just staring at him in the eyes. mimicking what he was doing.
dude, it's fucking weird.
And then he just, like, I'd never met him, and he just stared back.
Yeah.
And when
I'm
he,
not- I'm really
Blank
not,
expression on
there,
your face.
he wasn't even hearing the music that was
Yeah.
being
I told
played.
him that the
he
other
just
day when I was
knew.
there, yeah.
Yeah,
Just
that's
knew
what
that's what he was supposed to do.
So
Autopilot.
Not when I knew we were going to be friends, but like the only time I've gone to his show.
Yeah.
There's a chandelier in fucking what's the Brick Tree,
Yeah.
and he just looks over at me, and I was like,
It's awful.
and I looked up at the chandelier, and he was like, just fucking playing. I was like, oh God.
I said to him the other night, I said, you just are on autopilot right now. You don't even know what you're doing. It's
So
just
much
happening.
Adderall.
But it's not. There's no Adderall.
No, we've had
That's just
a
natural.
lot of conversations while we were picking, and George was kind of doing his own thing. He was multi-skill at the time, trying to learn to be a lead, so he really wasn't
Would you
around
like to
us
explain
that
what
much.
kind of conversations we were having while we were picking?
I didn't want to be around people at that point.
Yeah,
though.
I still don't.
Like,
I really
yeah,
hung
I
out
agree.
with Nate most of the time
Yeah.
before that all went out
Yeah.
the window. I guess.
Like I.
Oh,
So
we fucking lost it that one
Yeah.
day.
at that point in time, I was like all about like, are you good at what you're doing? Like it didn't.
Yeah.
I know what we do isn't necessarily fucking the end all be all. Like we're not amazing superheroes, but like
Well, some of
if you
us.
come in here and you're fucking a piece of shit, like I don't want anything to do with you. Like I'm trying to do shit. I'm trying to make money. Like so. That's where I was at when I met these two. So there was not like. I probably couldn't answer your question. to be honest.
Honestly, he didn't know our name, didn't know our names for a while.
For a reason, right?
Yeah, you
I
didn't
told everybody I'll learn your name when you've been here a couple months.
Yep.
Because so many I've seen. By the time they came, I had seen so many people just cycle through,
Yep.
and I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking invest any time in you when.
And Jason really just wore George down.
Yeah. So the same thing happens at my work. So at the shop, we'll run through people daily. Like we had a guy working there for 2 days, or like a day, and he was like, "I can't do this. My back hurts." He's like 65 years old. Like, why did you even apply for a blue collar job anyway? So I just call him Nui. The new guy, he's
New
just
guy.
Nui.
That's what I called him. New
Yeah.
guy.
Nui, and I'll refer to him as Nui. Everyone knows that the new guy, he's Nui. And when he's been there a couple months, I'll learn his name. But like, if there's a guy I know he's not gonna last very long,
Yep.
or he's gonna be here for 3 months
It's
and
the
they're gonna
exact
fire
same
his
dude.
ass,
Yeah.
his trial run is over, I'll call him Nui until then. And if he gets hired back on, I'll learn your name. And I'll,
Just
yeah.
give me a couple months. I'll be hollering at you for a job.
Yeah.
All of us will.
Yeah.
Well,
It'll be
lined
my
up.
fault, dude.
I knew you and I were gonna be friends when you touched my balls like 5 minutes after meeting me.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, well, he's cool, I guess.
You like
I
the
knew
grades.
we
Well,
were
it was
going
like
to be
I knew-
friends when he said he wanted to fuck me.
Yeah. Well,
So-
like, I knew you were cool with the kind of humor I have.
Yeah.
When you just touched my balls. Didn't even know how old I was. Just touched my balls.
Inconsequential. So
You're just like, I'm gonna touch his balls.
He's of age. He's of age.
Yeah, I'm of age.
I don't know the exact wording, but with you, it was when you're like, this guy's a fucking idiot, pointing at your dad, and I was like, yes, I know, exactly. With Jason, it was just fucking hi, Dylan.
It was.
So I
Exactly how it
couldn't
was.
fucking.
And then
He stopped doing it. I
he
remember
stopped, and then George was like, "Where's my high George?"
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was hurt.
Then that's kind of when it started. But I think it's
that.
a
He actually
mutual.
wore you down.
He really did.
In all
Like
honesty,
a lion hunting an alpaca or
I
something.
think George was on to something when he was talking about before. There's a mutual respect when he saw how hard we worked on, and then he was like, "Okay, these guys are. At least I can rely on them to get work done," and that's really all that mattered in that moment. And then just through that attrition of us working together, getting shit done,
That's a big word.
through that team
Explain it for the Southerners.
teamwork and time, just all of us working together. And I think the other big selling point was we listened to you. At least I do. Like we tried to, whatever you said was like that was what we had. That's how we get it done because we've seen
That's
you
not.
do it.
That didn't play anything into mine. I don't care if you listen to me or fucking not. Like,
No, I mean as far as like
now I do because I don't know these.
I remember
fucking
when
folks,
you
but-
told me how to stack, and I was like, wow, that makes a lot of sense. And then I would
you
do
know
it
what?
that way.
That's probably when I knew. I was like, okay, he's trying,
He's not a fucking idiot.
but he looks like he's
90 years old.
He's making it so much harder than it needs to be, and I was like, the little bit of compassion, which I
Didn't have
Don't
a lot.
all the shit that I was going through at the time.
Yeah.
I didn't give a fuck. Fuck all these people. I need money, but it was like. Come here, kid. right.
Yeah,
It was
that's
like,
kinda what
look,
it was, yeah.
you want to turn it this way. I
Yeah.
remember that
Yes, I
fucking
remember it
conversation
too.
to this day. Like, turn it. You want to start your base like this, long ways on the fucking, or fucking
Yeah.
short ways on the fucking
front,
pallet,
yeah.
and then you want to stack, and everything has a fucking spot. If you just start like this.
I remember that.
I remember
day
that,
like
yeah.
it was yesterday. And I also remember the day you rode up to me and Matt was walking down and you said, I bet you won't draw a dick on your tongue. And I did. And then Matt saw it and he was like, get that off of there. And you felt bad that he yelled at me and you were like, I told him to do that. It was me. I'm like, yeah, but I still fucking did it. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
And you're like, all right, that's cool. That guy's cool.
Can't remember what happened last week, but
That's kind of where our relationship started, I think. in a
Like
way.
shit that means something to me, I remember.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't, like if it's everyday
the
shit,
podcast means nothing to me.
That just happened so fast. Like, we forget. Literally.
We were
like,
just
when we
talking
walk
about
out that
video
door.
games 5 minutes ago.
And then I think well, really what we do on here is the parking lot sessions. I think that's really where our relationship kind of grew, because we all just stood outside after work for like an hour and just bullshitted and kind of grew that relationship.
So my group of friends from the Marine Corps, which they're obviously not around. You got one in Vegas. You got one up near Quantico, somewhere in Northern Virginia. You got one in Pittsburgh right now, about to go back to Philly. You got one in Oklahoma. I mean, we're all over the place. We really connect with fantasy football. That's the only time we talk is during football season, and like off season, it's kind of dies out. But even with we do video calls sometimes, especially when someone's going through some shit. But sometimes we just do it for the fuck of it. And so long, I was like, we need to record this shit and fucking just put it out there. Like, who cares? Just, it's memories and shit. And so with the parking lot sessions, we especially before Amber,
Oh, yeah.
like it was just us three after Chris left. It's like, that's where I was at. Like, I'd been thinking about it for so long. Like, I just want to do this. Like, I don't care if we got no listeners, right? Like, let's fucking start a podcast.
Well, that's how we started too. But my
luckily
channel
we
got
had-
deleted
I
recently.
know. He told me. I've
Luckily,
been
we had somebody
sad
that had
about
all the equipment in the
Yeah.
studio to do that.
Shout out to Chris. He doesn't even put them out on time. Well, don't wow me. Fucking Amber.
But like, we just
At
started
least
because
does
because we were like,
At least goes up.
It goes.
we just enjoy hanging out. You were working nights. I was at school during the day, so we didn't have time to talk. So just late at night, we would play games and talk all night.
I can't remember who suggested
You
recording.
did. You were like, we should record this.
But some
and then
of
we
that
started.
shit gets
And then
funny.
we started talking about a Hitler TV series.
Young Hitler.
That was
been a
the
great
first
show.
one.
With his one neighbor on the left is Jewish, and the neighbor on the right is black.
I really want you to
Great
do
show.
another fucking. Well, I know it takes for fucking Amber. You don't have to do the goddamn graphics and shit. Just
That
like a mashup.
adds to it.
Yeah,
I know it does, but
I
like,
can do compilations of you saying "fucking Amber" all day.
I know.
'Cause it's in every
But the
episode.
easy,
Yeah.
but like, and it's not. That means nothing, right? Like,
Yeah.
If you fucking Amber.
It's just the little shit you don't remember
Yeah.
that'll just be like, huh.
yeah.
And we
Which-
died. The first one you did. I wish we still had it. But
I have it still.
do you have
I
it?
still have it.
Yeah.
Can we
And
put it back on our channel?
you gotta send me the email.
Yeah, you stupid bitch! You gotta send me it too.
Send me the email, and I will
Yeah.
send you that file, and you
Okay.
can put it on.
He's
this
not gonna
channel.
do it.
I'll do it.
I said it's
We'll bully him.
because I'm about to.
does.
He will. He will.
So a couple episodes ago, I was
Oh
like,
my God.
send me a fucking app that I can use this because I have like a little tablet piece of shit like that over there, and like I'll fucking make it. Like I'll just go through, but I need the files, and I got the app. He found me an app a month ago, and I still don't. I don't have access to the drive because this motherfucker over here, Jason.
I'll listen.
Hi, Jason.
Hi.
I didn't.
Stupid bitch.
So Jason's really never been one of the friends, I guess. I don't know. Somebody
What?
called me. So yeah.
Yeah,
like-
whoa. You can't say he's never been one of the friends.
You just called him a stupid bitch.
You
That's
also-
how I say I love you.
You can't all be on your phone.
Ask Erin. She's
Trying
like,
a podcast.
I'm like, hey. She's like, I love you. And I'm like, stupid bitch.
You do not.
I know.
Because you
That's
murder
like,
you.
but because she's not a dude. Like Jason's boyfriend, girl.
Oh my god.
Shush!
Shush, please.
I was trying to mash them together.
Shush.
Thank you, burl friend.
What's
we'll call
going on
it
in
that.
wrestling right now?
What? I don't know, but I do
The
know.
Tribal Chief
So-
is coming back.
So fucking thank you.
Yeah, those guys.
Just had a fucking match with Gunther, and I swear to God, I thought he was gonna beat him.
Really?
Dude, it was a good match. Like,
This was Monday?
yep,
Oh, wow. Is SummerSlam coming up? Is that soon?
Spoilers.
Saturday.
Oh, it's this weekend. Perfect. I will watch that.
So, and you know, here's my theory. Jey Uso and fucking
Did you send
Roman
me the,
are
is that what you're doing?
fighting,
Yeah,
right?
you
For the
texted
title.
And the season 1 stuff. I got
And-
season 2 uploaded to the drop.
Jimmy's been out.
I don't know if I still have access to that folder though.
Fuck it.
I wasn't talking to you.
We're talking wrestling.
Shut up, Amber.
Shut up, bitch.
Why didn't you tell me?
You had nothing. He's like, shut up. No. So Jimmy, Jay and Roman are fucking championship match. Jimmy's out because Solo and Roman fucked him up. I think he's gonna come back.
Is he going to be the new Tribal Chief?
No, I think he's gonna join back in with them, and then we set up a Survivor Series match
A Survivor Series match?
with Jimmy, Roman, Solo versus that Jay and whoever.
The Rock.
It'd probably be more of like a
Because The Rock can't go.
Kevin
by himself.
Owens, Sami Zayn thing. I'm guessing.
Still.
Yeah,
They're still around?
They've kind of killed them though. Like they're
Yeah.
the tag champs, but
Yeah, their push went straight down.
What?
Their push. They were pushing them heavy, and then they went.
and then I said peekaboo. What? You only gave
Back
me
to peekaboo?
you only gave me season 1.
That's all I got on the
Oh,
drop
that's
right
like all of them. God.
All
Never
of
mind.
this
Are you guys on season 2 or season 3 now?
now. We're on season 2.
Two.
No, so when
kinda reset.
Jason quit the band, like Kyle did that one time. Kyle Gass, Jack, but Kyle quit the band. Anyways, when Jason quit the band,
Are you good?
yeah, I just
I'm just.
I'm still waiting for something to happen.
Oh, he's just watching me.
yep. So
He's
when,
jacking it in the corner.
when Jason quit the band, we were like, you know what? We were doing like 12 episodes a season, but since Jason quit the band, we're gonna fucking just every episode, all 30 whatever. This is season 1 now.
What do you guys think about doing an actual conspiracy next week?
I want to revisit JFK.
All right. Well, next week we'll revisit JFK.
All right.
Any new information? That'll be next week's episode.
Maybe I'll bring Jacob.
Actually, JFK was
Actually-
shot by the babushka lady.
Actually, he was not a junior.
I wanted to ask this question: is the babushka lady an SCP?
At this point, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, with all the lore around her, yeah, I'd say so.
We got to put her in a container.
She's a flying bear and she killed everyone.
It's true.
Right there.
That has got to be re-released.
It does.
Has got to.
Tasty cheesy thing. That was my favorite one.
How's it going, bro? My name is Ladybug. I'm here.
Do you know how much time that took to do? Like, he had to watch every episode and just go timestamp. All right.
So I listened to it at work, had a notepad in my pocket, and would pause it, pull it out, and write down the timestamp.
Let me
Put the
tell you.
notepad back.
Just you inspired me. That's the point of why I asked for an app. But I started writing down timestamps. Now, we're talking.
Hold on a minute.
It's on like 9 o'clock at night and shit. And I'm just fucking
After
high,
quite a few, yeah.
and I'm fucking.
I would love to see him write down dreams.
I don't dream. Why?
He just writes
We
down
have beer
a
thoughts
chair and
at
some
some
words.
point. Yeah, chair and some words.
No, I really don't. Like
And
I
he doesn't remember why he writes it
very
down.
rarely do I dream.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Me neither.
I used to dream a lot, but it just kind of went away.
shared this
Aaron
with
dreams all the
George
time.
the other day.
It was a chocolate
That I-
Sunday.
My first dream ever with George in it. And I can't remember
What?
exactly what it was now, but we did
Yeah.
something crazy. I can't remember.
I bet you did.
There was something about a girl and some pizza, and I'm sitting on a hill. We had a date.
Oh, that's right.
essentially.
Yeah, we had a pizza date.
Yeah.
With some
On a
girl we
hill.
picked up.
No, we didn't pick her up. We left her, and
We
she
left her.
showed up.
And then she just walked up and said, "Hey, can I have some pizza?" We got 2 pizzas, one with meat, one with just cheese.
I bet.
And we both took the meat.
And then she took the cheese.
Yeah.
I do remember this.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I
Everybody
remember-
was like, "Wait, you and George took the
This
meat?"
happened in the morning meeting, by the way.
We're telling you guys about this.
Maybe that's
dude.
why we don't do it more.
The whole, yeah, that's when it stopped. That was the last day.
was
The
on the
whole
phone
leadership team, right? The supervisors and all the leads. We go in there. Well, we used to go in there. So John,
Everybody about a dream you guys had with a date?
till John said we both grabbed the meat, and then everybody was like, "Yeah, this is done.
We're
not
done with
doing
this.
anymore.
Cut.
Manual edit on we both grabbed the meat.
Yeah, I remember it.
That was my first dream with you in it. That's really weird.
Waking dream of mine.
I've had several about
Wet
Jason,
dream.
just not you. What?
He was changing his sheets that night.
He said wet dream, and you said you've had several dreams about Jason, not me.
I have. He's been in several dreams.
Oh my god.
Was Chris there?
I didn't know.
Naked.
Was Chris there dressed up like a fucking this mariachi fucking salsa dancer
No, I've never
lady?
dreamt about
We're going with
Chris.
this.
I don't know. I was trying.
Fucking what?
You know, the fucking the bongo, not the
Salsa
bongo, the
mariachi.
fucking
The flamenco
Maracas?
dancers?
yeah, you know, Chiquita, motherfucker.
Is that-
Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Is that what you're eating for dinner? Is that a taco?
Banana taco.
Imitation banana
I
tacos.
am so confused.
Yeah,
I
me
am
What
too.
the hell is going on?
You know, dear Chiquita, I like the banana. That guy, girl.
The flamenco dancers?
Why do we not have video?
No, the Chiquita banana bitch.
She not a flamenco dancer?
I don't know what she is.
What the fuck is that?
She's got like a big thing of fruit on her head.
They're like the
right?
Brazilian
Yeah.
dancers. Like
And
the
with
Spanish dancers.
maracas.
She has maracas.
Are they maracas?
I
Yeah, they are.
No.
Oh, okay. The things with the.
We have some here somewhere,
What?
do we not?
What is
I
happening?
got tambourine.
This is how it goes, man.
The shaker's in the bag in the car.
You weren't alive
Yes.
when the Chiquita banana lady was alive, I
Her
guess.
and the Land O'Lakes chick, they had a little thing at one time.
You just stick your banana in her butter.
No, you spread
She
the
said,
butter on the
I
banana,
can't believe it's not butter.
or else it gets the peel again.
It rubs the lotion on its skin.
No, you spread the butter
rubs
on the
against
banana,
hose again.
or unless else it gets the peel again.
I'm going home.
Maybe you sit.
You don't tell me.
You don't
I am
know
not.
me.
I ain't even close. I don't know you. That's my
Is
purse.
that your new catchphrase?
I'm trying to avoid his.
It's good.
You shut up.
You don't know me.
I think
Oh, it's
Chiquita,
Jacob.
Chiquita Banana Lady was my nickname in high school.
And I was Lando Lakes lady. You spread my butter on your banana.
That
Whoa.
was my nickname in high school.
Butter banana.
Aunt Jemima was there. I don't know why all these women were there.
Oh,
Aunt Jemima was his nickname in high school.
yes. Hell, fucking syrup tits over here.
Aunt Joe, Aunt Jemima.
Joe Mama?
Aunt Joe is Aunt Jemima.
Yeah, she got canceled. Rest in peace, Aunt Jemima. All because you were black and black people didn't like you.
No, all because the rich white ladies didn't
Yeah,
like her.
it wasn't anything to
I
do
think it was
with
funny they were trying to, like, you know, get white people out of things and introduce, like, black people into stuff, and then started removing
I was seeing
black
what this
people
said.
from things. What?
Well, that was the plan, just to get rid of black things out of culture. Nobody says shit about the Kool-Aid man. He's all different colors.
Like, fuck
Any
them
given
black
time.
folks. Let's go, trannies.
Furries, too!
God, fuck them. that whole group of fucking. After you get past G and LGBT. Oh, wait. After you get past B and LGBT.
The rest of them suck. The
Yes.
first three I'm totally okay with.
They got two spirit, they got plus, they got fucking A6.
They have added
sorry, I didn't
numbers
mean to say
into it. Huh?
I didn't mean to say
You
it.
trying to say asexual?
I
fucking
didn't
hate
mean
them
to say
too.
it.
I am too.
I didn't mean to remind you.
What?
You know what I
Asexual
said.
means you don't like sex.
I know what I said.
What's bisexual?
It's the opposite side.
Isn't that girl from the B movie?
Maybe.
Bisexual.
I'm bisexual. That was
You
my
fuck
nickname.
bees?
in high
What a
school.
weird ass movie.
That bee was like, hey, baby.
That was a weird movie.
You like jazz?
Fucking Jerry.
Oh well.
That movie's terrible.
Video games.
How do we? I was gonna say, how do we get here from
I'm
video
trying
games?
to think how we got there from video games.
His question.
Yeah, my question.
And then we all
But you
shared.
never answered.
We all
What was
shared.
the question? I don't even remember it
The
now.
question was, how
did
did
you
you
become
guys?
friends?
How did you know
Oh,
that you guys were going to be friends?
So like we got there because he asked.
But he
questions.
But you both answered.
Right, but
he
and then-
didn't answer.
But then we were all showing each other why we were friends now.
Because we were
Just now.
We can just
That's how
have
we
this
got-
Oh, so
conversation.
that
I
thing
was-
I said.
Yeah, I was explaining how we got to where we got from where we started.
yeah.
If you would fucking listen, Colin.
But was there a moment?
I ain't your daddy. I'll smack you in the mouth, boy.
I like it.
You broke George, and you were his friend.
Yeah.
Not like that. No. Mentally.
Was there a moment?
Was there a point where you're
No,
like,
yeah, the moment with him
I'm
was
gonna start saying hi?
when he asked the day I didn't say it, and he asked why the fuck I didn't say it. That's when I knew. I was like, okay.
What
got
are you
it.
doing?
Why
Where'd
did
you
you?
go?
Why did you start waving to him? Just
Because he's fucking autistic.
Water.
No, like, so dead serious. Like for whatever reason, there was something I like already liked about George. I couldn't tell you what it was.
it's his beauty.
No
It was one of those that I just kind of like.
You wanted to peg him.
No,
It's not pegging if he has a
I was saying
dick.
it's attached. It's not.
It's
big.
just gay sex. You goddamn
It's just-
retard.
You would
fucking-
know.
Yeah.
Whoa! Whoa!
Did you? His head snapped so hard.
Groundbreaking news.
He about broke his goddamn neck right there.
Yeah, I would know.
And?
I was waiting for like butt or like.
No, I just
and.
let it.
was
I let it
get
say.
pegged. What of it?
I know what I said.
Just let that one simmer like that.
Yeah.
That's,
I learned that from you.
Hi, I'm glad I'm
Yeah.
teaching you something.
You need to teach
I
me.
love when I
Okay.
make people.
Oh, hang on.
make
You
fun of
ask him a
themselves.
fucking question.
At the
You
moment.
just-
Answer.
Oh,
I like making fun of me, so it's okay.
Yeah, me too. I like
Yeah.
making fun of you.
but no, but it was one of those things. So like, just with the way he was acting and stuff,
Curly
There
hair,
we go.
bitch.
or the way he was whenever I first met him, it was that whole thing of I'm going to either he's going to fucking kill me, or he's going to be my best friend. One of the two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was no in between. It was going to be he's going to hate my fucking guts, or he's going to like me.
So
Turns out it was both.
Exactly. It worked.
I think it's the same for me though.
probably just kill his girlfriend first. No, I can't say that. No, that's manual. Hey, so let me tell you that is part of that. What you just said is why it kind of gets to me a little bit when people are like, "Oh, we listen to podcasts," oh, and I'm like, "You're not supposed to know that side of me.
Yeah.
Go the fuck away."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why I always tell them whenever they mention it, like, let's not talk about it.
What's the first rule of Fight Club? Is his line.
I say it all
Well,
the time.
that's one of the things that's different about you than the rest of the group is that they're very just like, this is me. You know?
Not really.
Well, no. More like the personality I'm going to show everyone is the personality that I am. You have a personality for people you don't know, and then people you care about. You know what I mean? Like your real personality is around the people you care about.
Yeah.
And then the rest of them, you could care less what they think. But for these guys, it's just kind of
Fuck them too.
fuck them. I'm gonna be me.
yeah.
But for you, you don't want people in that group unless you know that they're gonna stick around.
The people not in that group are the harsh. They get the harsh side.
Yeah.
Like the blunt, fucking shut the fuck up and just.
It's the front
Stop.
side of the blade, and then
Okay.
the people you care about get the back side, like the flat.
No.
Yeah.
No, backside.
They get the blunt, flat side. The here I am. This is me.
I still think
Everyone else gets that sharp.
I know what you're
edge.
saying, but I still think there's things about George that we don't know that he'll probably never tell us.
Yeah,
Like
I
most
think
people.
that's the same for everybody.
That's everyone.
And we don't expect him to
Yeah.
either. It's not like we're trying to get information out of George, but at the same time, like he
Interrogation.
knows if he wanted to share some shit, we'd be the ones to do it to or with.
Every now and then I'll throw out something and they're both like, "What the what?"
Well, I asked
What
you
is
a
that?
question at work, and I'm not going to say what it was, but I was like, "Is that okay to even ask this question?" I remember we were walking to break, and you're like, "Yeah, it's fine, it's fine." So I
don't remember.
I'm not going to mention it. But I was like treading very lightly because I didn't want to, number one, bring you to a place where you didn't want to be, but also try to pry too much.
I'm already here, baby.
It's just, there's some shit you just don't tell people and you don't even talk about because it's in your past. And you don't
There's
really
some
wanna
shit
mention
you
it,
shouldn't
but-
have told people.
Yes.
And now those people are going to tell everybody they know.
That blindfolded girl that one time.
And then I came outside. I committed a felony.
You told us that, stupid.
Yeah, well, he
He told us about the fucking beating off in front of a blindfolded chick.
had been dating
It's like
for
John.
6 months.
It's like fucking. What would she be?
stupid. She's stupid.
John's
And
niece.
dumb.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's retarded.
What would that? Is his cousin?
Yeah.
It's like beating off in front of your cousin.
I don't think it is.
You've never
I
done
don't think
that?
that's the same thing.
What?
No,
Same thing.
I have never done that.
Would you do that?
No.
Why?
Not West Virginia.
No, it doesn't.
Would you beat off in front of your
Doesn't get me
cousin
going.
or us?
I'm doing it right now.
Oh God.
They don't know.
You don't know.
You don't know.
We just can't see his dick because he's all balls like his papa.
And I have a forest to find it in.
Oh, we got. Hang on, we got Pop. Me too. But we got Pop Salino, which is Pawpaw. Then we got Papa Salino.
Papa Selena, that's my dad.
No, that's Pops.
Nope.
No, to me.
Oh, to you? Okay. Then that's
Yeah, I
And
don't.
I'm Papa.
I'm not. I've never met him. We need to get him in here.
Love to have him
I don't
here,
think
dude.
he'll ever want to be.
He'd never make the trip, but it'd be cool just to even.
We'll call him in.
If you did it on like Discord or something, that would be cool.
Yeah, but he needs to be here. I think if you met George, it would be just a fun ride. Because I know George will have respect, but my dad won't. Like he'd roast the
don't
shit
give
out
a
of everybody
shit.
in this room.
Like this is an old mafia motherfucker. I ain't fucking.
He don't give a fuck.
Look okay like son, but
You like dicks in your ass? Ew.
Oh my God. No,
took how many? Little Nick.
I think he'd just have a heart attack. Just be like,
maybe, hopefully not, but yeah.
yeah.
Just I'd kill him.
He would just be very quiet and calculated, and then he would say something that would just like murder all of us in this room, and it would just I can't believe that shit.
So okay, hang on. So that's where it would change. Like I know I touched your balls, but I didn't talk too much shit to you
No, you did.
until you started talking shit.
Okay.
And I was like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
now we're there.
Yeah.
But see, that was.
Would you touch my dad's balls?
Fine. I mean, we gotta make it a family matter. I'm gonna touch everybody's but his. Not Travis though. No.
Until he turns 18.
You don't
Yeah,
think
right,
you did?
right.
Did you touch Marcus's balls?
He definitely wouldn't
I
let
think
him.
he did when he was here.
Marcus would have punched you. I think he's just that kind of guy. He's
I would have let him do. Like, I wouldn't even been mad about that. Jason punches me, I'm punching him back. Marcus, I touch his balls, he punches me. Ah, yeah,
That's fair.
yeah. The only one.
I received one ball touch. You received punch me in the face.
Just once. Let's not go any farther.
My mother punched me once, Johnny. Once. Johnny Dangerously? Come on.
They're not movie people. Well, I mean, Jason
I'm not either.
is,
Yeah.
Never seen Johnny Dangerously?
but parody
It's a
movies.
terrible movie.
Airplane we talked about.
Airplane's a great movie.
anything with Leslie Nielsen in it. Naked Gun movies.
Yeah, but no, I was more intrigued by Johnny because
Oh yeah, his name is Johnny Dangerously. It's Michael Keaton, one of his first movies. It's a parody movie. It's a
good
mafia
movie.
movie. It's just fucking hilarious.
he's not the best Batman.
He's the one that couldn't move his neck, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
funny. He
I feel
looks
like
up
that's
and he's
all
like,
of them at this point. Hey, so imagine that, but dress blues for the Marine Corps.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's the same way. Like you gotta drive to where the ball is, but yeah, we have balls.
Brains
Not,
have balls.
not
No, you
dances, not dances and shit. We have a ball. We have a Marine Corps ball. But like drive, you gotta drive there, and it's like fucking. I'm gonna stop.
oh, in the
sign.
uniform.
Yeah, because you got
Yeah, it's-
the leather
it's
neck
wet,
thing. You
yeah.
still have. It's not leather anymore, but there's like a clasp, and it's like there's a hook on one side and a metal fucking clasp that goes in it, and you're like,
If I move my neck, I get
Does it
stabbed.
There's no
collapse your
fucking-
Adam's apple? Like it's like pushing on it.
Yes.
That's how tight it is.
Did you have a beret?
no, I'm not in the army, bitch.
You got lucky.
Marines don't wear berets.
Yeah.
Did they?
No.
Did they ever?
No.
Okay.
We have piss.
Marine
I know the
berets.
Army started wearing them.
We have piss covers.
But you have one at home too.
I
on
don't
your
know
couch.
why it's called that. To be honest with you, I've never learned that. Why it's called a piss cover.
Look her up,
Look her upper guy.
But it will show them a piss. Show them a picture of a piss
I
cover.
want to just type in piss cover.
So you know, it's not the big fucking round green or white fucking cover. It's the one that's kind of pointy. Looks like you got a mohawk kind of deal.
I have no idea. What
Okay.
you're talking
Hat?
about.
Or just like a
It's a cover.
Something that goes over your head.
like a poncho
It's
or
a
something.
hat, but it's a cover. Not a poncho.
Like
It's
those
for rain.
things
No, no,
idiots
like-
wear at golf courses.
No. It kind of looks like the SS Georgie, but sitting on your head, and it's green.
From it.
Gotcha.
Why did you just actually say
You didn't know.
That is not your child.
Oh,
you know, guys, not move, guys.
He doesn't like scary.
Little bitch. Yeah, that's
Oh,
piss
okay.
The Garrison cap.
cover. That's piss
Piss
cover.
cover. Still have any of your stuff from then?
No, it's like a
Okay.
Okay, then I'll change the topic. What was with the timer in the Amber podcast?
the beer. I gave her a beer.
It took her like 30 minutes to drink it.
45,
So I
43
kept
minutes.
yelling at her.
37.
37.
37 minutes to
That's
drink
fine.
one beer?
She
So I kept
couldn't
yelling.
barely get it.
And can
I
you
don't
even
know
sh-
how to chug.
How do you not know how to chug? Just drink it.
You chug all them dicks.
The shoes!
Oh, God.
Wow.
Too far.
Manual edit on the chugging the
Don't
dicks.
talk about
please.
the act.
Oh, God. Well, I didn't go to Sam's Club today.
Shush.
On the road again.
Did you go to BJ's?
No.
Wholesale.
I want that.
Wait, what?
BJ's?
Not from
Love
us.
BJ. I don't care anymore.
I just made Jason check out.
Yeah, he's
No, I'm
done.
actually reading.
You reading about a piss cover?
He don't know how to fucking read.
I'm still perplexed that it took her that long to drink a beer. And then she sounded like drunk afterwards.
No, she was sick, I think, is what she was. Because she did not look good drinking it either, because of the gallbladder
She looked good at any
thing and-
point?
Well, I mean, after, like, she
Sorry.
felt, like, full, and she was like,
No, you're fine. I'll give you a pass. He can hit me if you make him mad enough.
he's checked out. He's not listening.
I know.
He's reading.
I'm reading.
I'm still perplexed that it took her that long. It's ridiculous.
Spell it.
BRPLXD.
Waterhead.
Waterhead.
B-I-T-C-H.
That is not correct.
I don't
It's a
think
female dog.
It's ever taken me more than like
So we're
10
gonna-
minutes to drink.
We're going to visit JFK next week. Revisit
Hard.
JFK.
Yep.
And there's a new JFK.
Boehner. Fucking
Oh,
Travis.
oh, no.
Shout out Travis.
T-Dog.
Stupid,
You know who you are?
Stupid blonde bitch.
There's a new John
Why do
F.
you not look
Kennedy
like
Jr.
the other two?
Because I look exactly like him.
Just
Yeah.
kidding, yeah.
Because they get all that from the other side of the family.
Barry.
I am purebred Celino. Through and through.
No.
So there's no,
No.
outside the blood.
No.
It's all incest over Jesus.
Egg come back around.
Yeah!
Pop Salino and fucking Papa Salino banging
Okay, here's
Made
a funny
you-
story about that.
your butt baby.
Her little butt baby.
Do you guys
You
wanna-
ever-
Very quick.
Did you see the butt baby? Like it's a sex toy, but it's a baby, and they shove it so they can give
Yeah,
birth
it's an ass
out of their
plug.
ass.
I don't like this conversation.
Yeah, let's go with what Jason's got. What do you got, Jason? Then I'll tell you a
You
story.
came to
about
my house.
me
I
and
don't
my
care.
dad banging.
Wait,
Okay, so
You live here?
probably.
so the
One
other
of these
nickname
days.
for it is a cunt cover, because obviously with the way it folds
That was
up,
my nickname in high school.
like whenever you would hold it in one hand, obviously that part of it would be hanging out of your hand. Of course, it looks like the folds of the vagina, so it's called a cunt cover.
We're
Or
gonna need one of those.
piss cutter. The only thing I could find on that was it was
Cutter. Okay.
it was a joke from the first versions were very hard to like get to stay on your head. So obviously if you're
Yes.
standing at the urinal, you're standing at the trough back in the day, it'd fall off and like cut your piss
That is
stream in
facts.
half.
Because you got to wear it. You can't. Okay, so you wear a cover in the Marine Corps, like even in garrison with your fucking camis and shit. You don't wear it like this, right? Because that's not. It doesn't look good,
You don't wear it pulled down on your head.
right? And it's I used to starch and iron mine to make it stand up and not be all wrinkly and shit. But we would wear them like sitting on our head, way down, like this.
Yeah.
Like so, it's
Covering your eyes.
nope, you can see everything.
I mean, well, we can't see your eyes.
Yeah, we
That's
can't
what
see
I
your
think.
eyes.
Well, give a fuck what y'all can see.
No, but that's the way
They
you wear it.
can't
I don't
see
care.
He's explaining to the audience.
Nobody knows who the audience is.
Yeah, here's.
Oh, okay. Don't you argue with me.
So I banged my dad.
100.
What? Did it?
Straight fire. What?
Ah!
But yeah.
George first.
So, and those are, it's not round, right? It's like that fucking shape, and it's like
It's like only a fucking.
a vagina.
Taco, yeah.
And it's like
Pita pocket.
up more on the sides of your head, and you still got to wear it down, and it's still starched and shit
Yeah.
because it can't be. Yeah, it's just it was a pain in the ass, and that's like the cover. So you didn't wear a cover indoors ever. The Army does. They salute indoors as well, but the Marine Corps doesn't. We don't wear covers. If you don't have a cover on, you don't salute. Right? So.
Is that how you
Those-
guys saluted like this?
Yeah. So, so those were worn with our fucking. So basically, when we went to the fucking, when we would check in somewhere, or if it was like a business type deal, we had our olive fucking wool goddamn suit, and you'd wear that, and it was just fucking goddamn pain in the ass. Yeah, long sleeve fucking khaki shirt with a khaki tie, fucking olive, fucking drab, green. Yeah, it looks good.
It's
But
probably the hottest
Feels
thing
like
on
shit.
the
Oh yes.
face of the earth. It's just so warm in there. Just things.
you know how long before we would do things like check in somewhere to a new duty station or go to a ball, or anytime we had to wear any of our dress uniforms or our service uniforms, like they called them IPs, Irish pennants. They're just, you know, when you got a little hangy out right there.
Mm-hmm.
God damn. You get cuticle clippers.
Yeah.
Little
and we
string.
chop them off. Or I used to light her up.
Just light them up.
You just melt it back down.
Way easier. In boot camp, we used the cutters. Anyways, what?
Don't stop.
Oh yeah,
You
you were
first now.
banging your dad.
All right, so back in the day when Dad and I used to just hang out, like we used to be like roommates in a way where it was just him and I, kind of like we are now.
History of pizza.
Yeah, so
We're gonna bang eventually.
I can't wait.
we went out and
Oh,
we
me
actually
bang.
went to and
He's making. I couldn't look at him right now. He's like, we're gonna bang eventually.
we went to
And that was it. Like
an
what?
old school arcade, right? And I mean like Sega games, right? That's how long ago this was.
Yeah.
And they had one of those photo booths,
Oh god.
right? So
And he hung his dick over my ear.
so
I thought it was the rabbit sign, but no.
I didn't know
It's
no
his
better.
balls.
I didn't tell Mama. Oh wait, yeah, probably not.
let me finish the story, and then
All right.
jokes can continue. We went in the photo booth.
You don't tell me what to do.
You don't know me.
We took our
my
four,
purse.
we took our 4 pictures, and then it had an option. You could either get it like hand drawn, you know, like a hand drawn portrait, or you could get like a abstract shot of what you guys look like.
Did you have long hair at the time?
No, actually,
you-
short hair at the time.
okay.
Short hair, and I didn't have any facial hair at the time either. The option that we chose was a combination, and it created a child based off of your
Oh
looks.
god.
The human that came out
Was Colin.
I wish this picture still existed. I don't know where it is.
We'll take one.
It was the worst thing
He's got cool
I've ever
earrings.
seen in my life. It was horrible. Oh my gosh! It had eyeballs that were not proportioned, a nose that was off-centered, a smile that was half of a smile, and the other part was down, and it was
Jim Ross when he had the stroke.
well, yeah, it did look like a stroke patient for sure, but just the most awful SCP you'd ever think of.
Oh,
It was
god.
the meatball
That was his name.
Where do
with a dash, meat dash ball.
Where do hamburgers go to dance?
God damn it!
Meatball.
Oh.
I'm trying here. I'm trying.
It's gotten to the point with his jokes that he'll come home with a new joke and be like, he'll say the first part and then wait to see if I can guess it.
He does, like 100% of the time.
He did it the other day, and I was like, I know this one.
It was the B one that I told you at work.
It's a freebie.
If you get
I'll
12
check
B's
it out.
from somebody and they accidentally give you 13, what do you have?
That's
It's a
it.
freebie.
Oh, freebie.
Oh, God.
Trying to find at least one picture of me. Oh, so I don't think I told you this before, but I sent
Yeah.
this to John because I was like, oh,
I have this picture still.
this one?
Oh, that's not the one I thought you were sending me. Are you oh, Jesus. No, not that one.
Bam! Ah! Put that
up.
one in there. Yeah. That's never happening.
No.
Wow. Why do you have that?
Because I saw the picture and I was like, so we're friends on Facebook.
Right,
Me and her are not.
right,
But because you're tagged in some of the stuff, it'll pop up every now and then.
right.
And I saw it and I was like, ah!
Then he
God,
saved it
what
to
is
his
wrong
phone.
with her right now? Like,
She was probably high as fuck in that picture.
oh, I also have this one.
Oh my God. Whoa.
That might explain
That-
more about you than
that is
the guy in
totally
the
in the
picture.
same-
So talking about covers, that's how we
Yeah.
that's how we wear them. You
It looks stupid.
see how we
Discredit the whole Marine Corps.
pot
Looks
calling the
stupid.
kettle black, brother. Well, yeah, like see how it's like dented
It's
in
not
there.
even like on your head.
It is though. Like it wouldn't.
It's
go anywhere.
on your head, but it's not like a
But-
hat would be on your head. It's
So-
like just sitting
That's
on your
because it's
head.
a cover.
Right. It's not a hat. It's
Not a
cover.
hat, yeah.
But no bullshit. Like you'd get them, they're fitted, right? They're not like adjustable, but you would get them, and they would just fit perfectly right there for some reason.
And you had to starch that and make it stand up because it would.
So
fall down
so right
and get
there, I'm
wrinkled.
outside of my job in the Marine Corps, which I was a supply guy.
Can we put that up on the?
And so,
Okay.
sure. So, yeah, I was just sitting outside and, yeah.
You look freaking dashing in that picture, by the way.
I was a corporal at the time.
Yeah, you.
And look the shiny fucking points. Goddamn, don't do that. Don't get caught with the shiny points. They gotta be all black. What the hell?
I don't know what that means, but okay.
Yeah, a
Shiny
lot of
points on
stuff
the
in the
chevron.
military is dumb.
Okay. No, I know what it's about. It's just.
Yeah, just like there'll be some guys
Be
where it's
careful
like
where you
you
tread on
need
this one.
I don't care.
yeah you need to have like I heard a bunch of stories from this guy who was a small arms repairman in the army, and one of his
I had a good friend who was a fucking armorer, yeah.
yeah, but I don't know like ranks very well, so don't
Okay.
judge
No,
me
no,
too
no.
hard. But his boss, I guess, would come in and be like, "Why is your shop not clean?" And it's like midday. And then the next guy comes and they bust their ass to get the whole thing cleaned. And he comes in and is like, "Why is it so fucking clean? It should, if it's so clean, why aren't you
You're not doing any
fixing
work."
my shit?" Yeah. He had two different.
That sounds a
varieties.
lot like where we
So
work
let
now.
me so just from the experience, I can kind of explain that part to you. From the experience,
I get the second one.
because well, no, every week when you were living in barracks, you had field day, which is not what everybody thinks field day is. We weren't playing under those big rainbow fucking fun things.
Yeah.
Okay,
You weren't throwing
it
footballs
was
into a tire.
it was you got so we would work normal jobs, right? Like I was a supply guy, like I was part of the money part, spending for the base and shit. Cause yeah, anyways, but you'd get off work around like 4:30, and then you'd go back and you had like an hour, but then you had to be there for roll call and you had to clean your fucking room. And depending on, and the next morning they would come through. Well, that night you'd have like the duty guys come through and fucking check and
Inspections, all that
yeah.
stuff.
And then you didn't get released to do anything else until like the fucking mass sergeant came through, or they normally didn't, but like
Some
the,
high
the
ranking.
gunny
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
the staff sergeant. And sometimes you'd have dickheads who would come in and be like, well, I got a Q-tip. Let's look at this vent up here, way up on the wall. Right? But what it all boils down to is discipline. So,
Yeah.
why is it dirty? Well, you don't have enough discipline. It's kind of a catch-22. It needs to be not perfectly clean, otherwise you're not doing work. But if it's too dirty, you're not fucking cleaning enough.
Yeah.
So it's discipline. That's all it is.
There's an
That's what they're trying
underlying
to-
message to that.
Yeah.
It's not just about dirty or clean at that point.
But it's like he bought 2 separate berets and had one in this way for this specific, gunnery or whatever. And then another beret that he wore here for this other guy who wanted it done this way.
Don't even get me started on uniforms.
I know. It's
part of the
ridiculous.
whole history on that.
But-
I get it's supposed to teach you a lesson,
Yep.
but at the same time, there's got to be a better way
Oh,
to do it.
it's stupid
that way.
as shit.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
Okay, so boot camp. Boot camp
Yeah.
is. Everybody's like, oh, it's you make you tough and shit. Blah blah. No,
I want to do
Boot-
it so I can get fit.
boot camp is the idea. As far as the Marine Corps goes, the idea of boot camp is to stress you and break you down as much and as close to a combat situation as they can. So if you have to go to combat, which a lot of them don't, if you have to go to combat, you're ready. Like
Yeah.
at least as ready as you can be. So it's all there's a reason behind all of it, but I agree, it's fucking stupid.
But if you know that going in, though, like, will that method still work? If everybody knows that already, like, that's what they're
But I
going to
mean,
do.
everyone
You
has
don't know that.
But okay,
You don't.
Maybe as a kid going in, you don't. But like as an adult, you know that that's what they're going to do.
Adult.
Yeah,
Explain.
I guess.
How old? Because
I'm saying us right now, we know.
yeah.
Like that's what they're gonna do, and I think I even knew then. Like they're gonna go and break me. Like if I ever went in, that's what their job is to do, is to break me,
And
but
build you back up.
build you back up afterwards.
So you heard a lot in boot camp. Your parents started the job. They built that foundation.
right.
We're gonna take you back to that foundation and build
build
it
you
back.
the way we need you to be.
Boom. That's the idea behind it.
Yeah. So if you were going into the military, what would you suggest for someone, like mentally, physically? Are you even ready? Like, is there a way to even prepare?
So physically, you have to be ready.
Right.
Right. So you have a initial fitness test, which is like a bitch version of the physical fitness test that you take every fucking
Yeah.
year. But the initial fitness test is scaled back, and your recruiters are gonna fucking make sure you're there before they send you. And well, some of them will.
Yeah.
I had a good one, so. But some of them would just be like, well, got my numbers, and you go in and you fail and you get fucked.
Yeah.
But
But
like
mentally,
you can't.
you can't.
No.
There's no way.
No, I thought I was ready until that motherfucker jumped on the bus at the middle of the fucking night on Paris Island and was like screaming, and I was like,
I can't imagine George in that situation. Just knowing you, like,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Well, they've built you the way they needed you to.
right. Well, not at that point.
yeah.
No, but
At that point,
Starting, yeah.
we can't imagine
I'll-
you now being
yeah.
like that.
I went to the recruiting station high as fuck. Let me tell you. So you can see,
Of course.
like, and it wasn't like now where in the evenings I'll have a smoke or two.
yeah.
It was, I was high all day, every day. I was always smoking something.
Yeah.
So I went from that to I was fucking chugging pickle juice and gallons of water and fucking eating ginger trying to pass this drug test to get to boot camp. So it was a shock.
What, what kept you in? Like, well, I'm sure there were times you were like,
Fuck
This
this,
shit ain't
I'm getting the
worth
fuck
it,
out of
man.
here.
Stop long.
but what kept you going?
In boot camp?
Yeah.
Who wants to go home and be like, I failed?
Yeah. You're not a quitter in anything that I've ever seen you do, but I'm just saying, like, had to be moments you're like, fuck this.
I didn't want to go look at my mom, my dad, and my girlfriend at the time and say, I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
That's why.
That was motivation.
That was it.
There is that guy I was just talking about. He has a YouTube channel
where they just do what they call campfire stories, which is just them talking about their time in the military.
Parking sessions.
Yeah.
And it's super interesting. Like, he talks about the time he got mortared, or when he'd get mortared daily, and he'd just pull like a Kevlar blanket over him, put his helmet on, and go back to sleep.
So I'll tell you a real quick one. We were on Bagram Air Base, right? When I was in Afghanistan. The one that was in the news because they just said, fuck it, we're gonna go to the civilian Air Force that's not reinforced and try to get everybody out of here.
Yeah.
Thanks, Joe. But we had B-huts, which is essentially, it was this, right? It was fucking plywood walls. You had a tin roof, whatever it was made out of, maybe aluminum, whatever. That was it. And we had our own little camp. Camp McCool. He was an astronaut who was also a Marine. So, yeah. But
Cool guy.
yeah.
McCool.
Yeah, he went to space, bitch. No, so next to it, and we were on a NATO base. So we had like Egyptians, we had the Polish, we had fucking the UAE. So the UAE camp was right beside us. And one night, I'm just sitting there fucking relaxing, man. Just chilling. Because they would fucking shoot mortars in all the time because it was an air base. They were trying to hit the planes. And we were kind of on the outskirts of the base, so they would normally go over us. Well, the UAE camp right next to us they had a munition shed kind of deal. Well, I was sitting there with headphones in, with my head against this fucking plywood wall,
Yeah.
and my head bounces off of it. I didn't hear anything, but from here to Aunt Joe's house, a mortar had hit their munition shed.
Oh, shit.
And they were like, we got to get the fuck out of here. So I'm in my boxers with boots on and my fucking flak jacket and my Kevlar with my rifle out there just like, oh shit, okay. So they would do things like ride around the base on like dirt bikes with a mortar tube strapped to the back and just dropping mortars in it. They would take a mortar tube, put a cylinder of ice in it.
Oh, yeah, I heard about this.
Put the mortar on top of
And
it.
they
Let
put
it melt.
like 10 or 15 of them out, and just throughout the day, you'd randomly get mortars go down.
And so when it would hit, and they would scramble like a helicopter,
And try to find out.
there's nobody there.
No, it's just one mortar tube.
Jeez.
So yeah, that was. I mean, and then you had fucking the munitions. They had rounds of shit in it. They were going off, and then I don't know. It was like a few days later, like it pretty much burned the whole UAE camp down, except for the fucking mosque, obviously.
Of course.
But we would go to the chow hall that was on the base, ran by Hajis. I was like, these motherfuckers are gonna poison us. But walking past the UAE camp, because it was down past and you go to the left, and you just smelt like they killed somebody or several somebody. You just smell it, and they couldn't find them because they were burnt up.
Wow.
And you had
But-
to eat with that smell.
Well, no, you went a little ways past. Bagram was pretty big.
I bet you that smell you never get over that smell.
Or like,
It smells like a dead animal. To be honest with you, I mean, it smells
But
like.
burnt. I'm saying like that burnt smell.
Yeah.
going
a
back
whole
to
different
dumb
thing.
stuff in the military. This
It's been a long
guy,
fucking night.
which I will tell you his channel, which is it's Mike Burnfire. If you actually want to listen to some of these stories, I find it really interesting. But like, where they have this blimp with this $1 million camera on it, and instead of using it to look out and see where we're being mortared, they're gonna make sure you're all following the speed limit signs in the base.
So we had what they
It's like,
what they
on.
called the eye in the sky. We didn't have a blimp, but it was just basically this retractable fucking metal pole, essentially, with wires like circled up it with this gigantic camera, and you had people just sitting all the time just watching.
Oh, man. I guess not with drones. You don't have to do that.
I'm pretty sure we had drones then.
Yeah, I would say, yeah.
We're talking
Why didn't you use
2011.
Yeah.
Well, okay, the Marine Corps doesn't have shit because we don't get money. We get a fraction of what the Navy gets. The Navy gets a budget, and
You get
that's
what's left.
that's like they funnel in some money to the Marine Corps.
take this and play.
You ever heard of a Ford Everest? It's essentially a Ford Escape, but a European version.
Yeah.
And that's what we drove around.
Oh God. Not Humvees.
No.
Nothing fancy, no
A
armor,
a white
bulletproof.
Ford Everest.
The most whitest vehicle in the sand. Just,
There was a stick too.
Well, I
Definitely check that out.
I think we need to do an episode on military stories. I think that'd be kind of fun too. I don't have any. I don't know if Jason has any to share.
I got my grandpa's.
From Grandpa's stuff, but none of
My grandpa.
none of my family
Yeah.
was ever in any wars.
I don't want to like share any more of those stories because he tells them way better. I mean, he was there, but like, just I find that stuff super funny and also like interesting to learn about.
Kind of dumb.
Yeah, where you're just like, why is it done that way when it can be so much? It could be used for something better or more efficiently. But there's probably a reason, but I think that reason's dumb anyway.
Did you go back to what you said? You have brothers that you have developed from being in the military that you talked about earlier in the show. That they'll always be your brothers, like no matter what. And that's just cool. There's not a lot of places you go in life where you have people like that, where you literally depend on each other in that, basically staying
Like-
alive sometimes.
So the one in Pittsburgh, he is moving back to Philly because divorce and all. It's
Long
personal
story.
shit, yeah. So next year, WrestleMania is in Lincoln Financial. What is that stadium? I don't know. Lincoln. The Link. That's what I know it as.
Yeah.
It's the fucking Eagles fucking football field. That's where WrestleMania is going to be. He's going to be back over in the Philly area.
Awesome.
And I asked him the other night because they go on sale soon. And I was like, we should fucking go. He's like, how much are tickets? I was like, I don't know, man. Living on a prayer.
They're probably close to $600-700.
Nah, you could get some nosebleeds for cheaper than that, I guarantee it.
Yeah, but I know you. You wouldn't want nosebleed
I
seats in WrestleMania. You'd want to be like first or second row.
About to see Roman Reigns get beat finally.
That'd be a fun episode to
First
do.
or second row? Nah. That's like Super
2,000,
Bowl.
3,000,
Nah.
4,000.
I guarantee you that's $7,000, $8,000, $9,000. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
As big as it is now.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we had nosebleeds when we went to just SmackDown. It was like
It was $100.
$100 a piece, right?
Yeah, that was nosebleed seats.
Mine wasn't nosebleeds. I only paid $115 a piece.
And it was like, you can't even see us if you look.
Yeah.
Like if you're trying to find us, you can't. You can't even see up to those seats because there's no lights past them.
And he got to watch 2 shows.
He did.
I did.
It's like if that's just a normal. I don't know when SmackDown is.
Friday night.
What day of the week? Friday night. Like,
I about smacked you
Yeah,
just
he
now.
almost got smacked.
I mean, I don't.
Down.
He doesn't do
I
wrestling.
about smacked you down.
I used to. but I
Hey,
don't
man.
anymore.
Yeah. That was a good one. You shut up.
But like, that's just a normal show. I can't imagine their main,
Like Super Bowl, yeah. I mean, it's,
Yeah, like
Like a
I can't
pay-per-view,
imagine
yeah,
anything
yeah.
like that being any sort of cheap. Like,
how does that sport? I say it's sports entertainment not make more money than football? It's all
Yeah, I'll
year
tell you why.
round.
No. I'll tell you why.
Beer sponsors.
Nope. It's because they're not filling 80,000 seat stadiums 17 times a year.
Right.
They're filling college basketball stadiums. Or
Yeah, but 3 times a week? I'm saying.
yeah, but you're talking. But yeah.
Yeah, but you gotta think though, but really not. Like it looks that way, but just like where he got the double show, there's a lot that they're filmed back to back in the same places, and
And the seats, the one we went to was the Gamecocks.
we
Fucking
saw 2 shows,
basketball.
didn't we? SmackDown and 205 Live. We didn't see both of those back to back.
205 Live doesn't exist anymore, and that was we left before that even started.
Okay, that we could have seen 2 shows.
But it was 18,000 seats. And I guarantee you at least 6,000 seats were blacked out. I mean, with the stage and the fucking screen and all that, there's maybe 10,000 people there.
It's a lot of people.
it is.
Really, it wasn't. Go to fucking a Panthers game?
I have. There's no one there.
In
At least currently. there's no one there.
Preseason or regular season?
It was
I've
the
been to
first game of
both.
the regular season last year, and there was nobody in the
Yeah, there was
seats.
no hype.
There was more Browns fans in the seats than were
Yeah, there was
Bears.
no hype. Yeah. Well, there
Well,
was
they had a new
Browns fans
quarterback or
because
whatever,
of
and it was like-
Mayfield. Yeah.
There was nobody.
I've been
there.
to Yankee games.
We were only there like
and it was
half
like
the
a
game.
normal, like a Tuesday game, and there was, the place was fucking packed, and you're like, damn, they do this
It's
every
like-
day.
So I've been to playoff games, Panthers playoff games in Charlotte, and
Yeah, it's nuts. So you think NFL, MLB, basketball arenas aren't very big, but
now think about
tons of money off it.
the Yankees game, but without the trains.
Yeah,
Like a lot of people get to those games.
That's how I got there.
Like MetLife Stadium. I've been up there and to watch the Giants versus the Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
Great stadium, but the train, we got on it in whatever the fucking is it Penn Station?
Yeah.
The one that's like between Jersey and fucking
Yep.
yeah. So we got on the train there and it took us straight.
To the
We
north.
got out and it was like the security gate and I was like,
that's
holy
what
shit,
Yankees
this is
do.
cool.
The subway runs into a train, which is not
Yeah,
runs
yeah.
into, but it's right in front of the stadium. It just crashes or anything.
Wham!
But yeah, it's right in front of the stadium. And you
Yeah.
can actually do either the back side or the front side, depending
So
on
we-
which train.
Yeah.
We would like we would get
Both ways.
we would get on the train in Central Islip to go to Manhattan, right? And I mean, you go through Jamaica and all that
Yeah.
shit, but
Ooh.
Central,
That's
like
that's a tough area down there.
it didn't really seem like it. Motherfuckers didn't fuck with me,
There's
but
just certain places you don't go.
Yeah.
Maybe you would, because you're half and
I don't
half,
give a
but-
shit. Fuck them. But no, like it was just the trains there. It's insane. Like I'd go to Charlotte all the fucking time if I could take a fucking train there. Like
Yeah.
going from
Yeah.
Central Islip, fucking Long Island to goddamn Manhattan. I would do it all the fucking time.
Yeah. Like if it was like, let's say there's a train depot in Gastonia that takes you straight into Charlotte, I would go there all the time.
Because
And
that,
it's
that was like
expensive
oh,
as
it's
fuck, though.
Oh yeah.
Anytime I've ever been up there, I would always park at LaGuardia, and then take the train from LaGuardia to wherever the fuck you want to go.
Like you always wanted to get there not peak times because
Yeah.
peak times cost too goddamn much.
Yes.
And then if
And
everything
there's
was
thousands of
crowded,
people,
yeah. But coming back, like if you came back later in the evening, like it was a little crowded, but everybody was just fucking happy and drunk and fucking high and
Good times.
really good time.
I think I've been on one train.
Was
I
it
bet
the
you
one?
have.
Was it the
Was
Jason
Jason
one? He was like, choo choo, big boy.
Oh, I guess I went to the one at Tweetsy River.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think that.
Not that kind of train.
counts,
No,
yeah.
no, no, no.
I like we on one on like a field trip or something, and it just went back and then forward. Like it was a real train, but it just went back a little bit.
It was like
and
one
then,
of those
went back
ones
to the
It's
station.
like one of those ones in the mall where there's like
Yeah.
driving around.
But it's like it's a real train, just you know.
It doesn't have a-
It does have a train that goes around.
It doesn't have a horn. It's
Yeah.
just ting 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 ting.
Just ring a bell, yeah.
It's just some guy. Hey, move out away. No, God.
You guys ever rode those big old furry fucking?
No.
No.
I've seen them. And
Wait, no.
creepy
I don't
as-
ride furries.
Yeah, I bet- don't you fucking lie to me, grass man.
Plus, there was a chia
If there was a furry in a
Yes,
ghillie
solder.
suit, you would certainly be riding it.
Take it we made a joke about that.
He did.
Wow.
Whoa.
Jason checked out.
I'm just listening.
He's like, I can't even talk. Y'all won't shut up long enough.
I'm just listening. I'm just doing stories.
Yeah.
Story time.
All right, I'm leaving.
Well, that's the end of the episode, everybody. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week, and we love you.
Bye.
Fuck you. Thank you.